Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? Is this playlist too sleepy? Is this playlist too sleepy? Welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let me just double check that everything is working, and then we will begin. But in the meantime, how are you? What have you been up to? How's it going? Need to update some tings. All right. I think we good. I think we good. So let's go ahead and move over here. Welcome in, everybody. How are you today? First is Emmers. Emmers, how are you? I hope you're doing a great. Yemit, hello. Welcome in. Bear, the song is making me cry. I'm sorry. This is a part of a new Game Chops album called Super Ambient World. And it looks like it has a bunch of different stuff. And I believe Psyduck is also on the cover with KK Slider. And maybe the Outer Wilds ship? I'm not sure. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be like an Outer Wilds inspired album cover, but I need to play Outer Wilds. Madrigal, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? Sassy. Welcome in, though. How are you all? How are you? I'm definitely doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. A little sleepy. A little unsure as to what to play today. If we continue with Roottreemania, or if we do something else today, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Apex? I don't know if today's an Apex day. I don't think I'd have anyone who could join me for some Apex. It would just be me solo queuing, being sad, being not very good. I need good teammates. Sassy with the 75 stream streak. Way to go. School teachers, how was your day? What are you in the mood for? I don't know. Which is unhelpful. I realize that's not helpful. But I was like, I mean, do we play something else? Like, Sassy, you played Roottreemania, yes? I think this one is a little bit like subdued. Bear, I don't mind it, but it's like it's a little, it's very, they weren't wrong with super ambient, were they? I haven't had a chance to watch the VOD from last night, but so I beat the main thing. I did not start Roottreemania. Is Roottreemania good? Like, is it worth doing? And how long is it? Almost done week 2 with kids. Things are going well so far, just very sleepy, I bet. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Okay. How long is it in comparison to like the main story? Yeah, Magical, you were in a YV stream for a bit. I don't remember exactly. Okay, that's fair. I just didn't know, like, do I want to do that today? Like, do I want to start Roottreemania? My total time is 21 hours. I'm at 24. But some of that is probably like chatting and stuff, but is Silksong on Game Pass? Is that what you're gonna be playing now? That's both games. I'm at already 24.3. So so I don't know. I don't know what that says about me. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember you said that just the other day that you'd never played Silksong. Because, yeah, that's surprising to me. Still surprising to me. I mean, so we have the Roottrees. This album's very like, I want to listen to video game music, but from afar. But I want to be very far away from that music. I'm sure it counts all the time the game is open, so you have, yeah, for sure. So that's definitely why that it's up a few extra hours. Plus, I mean, we get distracted with like chatting. I'm fairly positive there was at least one of those Roottree streams where we like had it open and I was just chatting about something for a very, very long time. I know that doesn't sound like me, but I always add a good 20% to the time suggested because of streaming and chat. Yeah, that's a good point. Are you saying I get distracted? What do you mean? I'll probably have to play it if it gets nominated for Game of the Year, because I always play the Game of the Year nominees. Oh, that's very fun. I'm really hoping Claire Obscure wins a bunch of stuff. I like the chatting, same. I do too. I feel like the times where I'm like, oh, that was a really good stream, was when is when like we're playing something and then we get distracted with some kind of conversation and then we chat about stuff for a while, you know. That is always for me the ones that like stick out more in my mind. A side note, if you weren't there at YV's stream yesterday during his Lego stream, was probably one of my best jokes I've ever made. And I clipped it because it made him laugh quite a bit, so I'll accept that. But I had to, it was very good. Thank you, Madrigal. I clipped it originally. It's Celine Dion related. And I clipped it initially with the full thing, and because I used the Celine Dion My Heart Will Go On flute version. And Twitch didn't like that. It was like copyright, so I had to recut it so that it's like a bit shorter, but I saved the full clip. But anyway, I shared it on my stories on Twitch, so if you haven't watched it, part of me even wants to share it on Instagram. I'm so proud of the joke, but yeah, I saw it. Okay. It was the part that people who weren't fully there for was maybe like 5 minutes before I made a Fergie joke where I said, because we were talking about going to the dentist, and I made a Fergie joke, and I said, did you know that Fergie goes to the dentist a lot? She's always like, I've got a fill-in that tonight's gonna be a good night. And he, you know, rolled his eyes to that. But then, like 5 minutes later, I do this joke, and and it was great. It was like, it was perfect. It was, there was, you know, it was great. Anyway, I always love when I make YV laugh, because I feel like he tries not to laugh. But there is a moment, if you rewatch the clip, there is a moment after when the Celine Dion joke is like, when he realizes what it is, where there's a micro expression of a smile before he rolls his eyes, and then he laughs when the Celine Dion song came on. So anyway, he's trying to hide it, but he likes those jokes. I'm pretty convinced he likes those jokes. Also, to answer your question, how are the teachers? I survived day 2. These first few days, we aren't switching classes, and the days are long. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, wait. So you aren't switching classes? What are you doing instead then? Fingers crossed we leave tomorrow with official schedules, because those still haven't been approved. Oh my goodness. Lego, welcome in. How are you? Good morning. It was definitely the timing of the joke and the sound clip that made it amazing. Thank you. I was like, oh yeah, he won. Wait. Ignore what? He 100% holds it in. We need to like, maybe I should clip it, or like I should post it with like, he would hate this. Which makes me kind of want to do it. I should like record myself doing an expression analysis of the clip to like to be like, let's go into this expression. Let's see, does YV actually like these jokes? I think part of me feels like he probably doesn't really like the jokes, but I think sometimes I catch him by surprise. He would hate this. I should do it. I feel like there I don't know. I sometimes will push his buttons a little bit, but in a very friendly way. That's not even, I would say, extreme as his friends probably push his buttons, but I will sometimes, you know, I'll overdo it with the encouragement, which is great. So you're with the same 14 kids all day. Are you teaching them all of the different classes, or how does that work? If it's like a subject, because you don't, Because don't they also switch teachers sometimes too? Or no? Yeah, they have to. I just think it'd be funny. You know those like, there are like TikTok videos where people will like analyze maybe like a court scene or like an interrogation or something, and they'll be like, as you can see, based on this expression that they're doing, they're clearly lying here. Or they like, you know, there was a micro expression here of a smile, which means they don't regret what they did or whatever, like that kind of thing. So I think it'd be funny if I did like a breakdown clip of that, of the joke, but it's like me analyzing his expressions to prove that he actually does like the joke. Even though he does laugh, and I feel like when he laughs, it's usually I don't think that laugh specifically in that clip is not fake. I'm fairly positive, because I don't make him laugh like that often. So I think I feel like it is real, but I think it'd be even funnier if I was like, no, for sure, he loves it. He loves these jokes. I must keep doing them. We've done stuff for the hallway and for back to school night. I've done a Mad Lib with them. They did puzzle races. I gave them 10 grams to try to solve. They worked collaboratively to save Fred the Worm, but the day drags. I bet. We are supposed to, but we don't have the schedule, so interesting. We don't know when those classes are supposed to happen. That's wild. Never seen those, but I don't watch TikTok. To be fair, neither do I. I think I've actually seen them more on YouTube Shorts, but I think it's because I will like be looking up something about a mystery show or like a movie or like a mystery game, and so it like tries to serve me like murder podcasts and like that kind of stuff. Legal Eagle, he's not bad. I've watched a few of his videos. He seems to know what he's talking about. I will say a lot of the like expression stuff is like somewhat pseudoscience. Like it's not, you can't fully break down people's expressions and be 100% correct. It's not like, you know, whatever. A lot of like, I have studied some body language stuff before. And the main thing that you have to like learn is that like, in order to read people's body language, you have to first know what their like baseline is. Like you have to know what they're normally like. And just by watching like an interrogation clip or like whatever, you're not gonna get like a baseline for who they are. So like a lot of what those people are doing is just kind of like pretend. They're like saying things that like might be true in some situations, but they don't actually know. I will say some of them do have the benefit that they're looking at interrogations or like court clips from cases that are already complete. So like they know the result. They know this person is lying because they were found guilty for whatever. But they're not figuring that out necessarily because of the expressions. They're like, is it inductive reasoning or something? Where it's like, you know, they already have like some other stuff over here that's told them how this, you know, works. I've been told by people that I am very, very hard to read. Oh, interesting, Bear. I just be like, what is Bear thinking right now? I am not hard to read. I've been told the exact opposite. People will always come up to me and say, "Are you mad at me? Do you hate me?" And I'm like, "What?" I have been told the exact opposite. Pirates. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for the 42 months. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. I have been told that I have, quote unquote, an uncanny ability to wear my emotions on my sleeve at all times. End quote. I really want to pick up Hell Is Us. I've been kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't buy a game before my Australia trip. So I'm kind of thinking I might not buy Borderlands until afterwards. But I'm very tempted to buy Hell Is Us. Because it's a cheaper game. It's not like a full price $60 game or whatever. So, but I want to, Bear. But sometimes I have a hard time reading people, or like I'll read too much into what somebody does. Yeah, I think it's 50. I think it's $50. But people are saying good things about it. So like I would like to try it out. And apparently some of the like complaints about the demo, one of it was that they said that the combat was like too simple. But apparently, and because I never played the demo, apparently the demo does not have a boss fight in it, nor does it have something that like, I don't actually know what it is, but the way they described it, it kind of sounds like you can equip like augments or something, so that way they change your combat a little bit. And people were saying that once you get those, it's a lot of fun. And they were saying that the boss fight was, the first boss fight was fun too. So like, I guess that makes some of the criticism that I heard like sort of null and void. But part of me is like, why didn't they put that in the demo? They totally should have. But maybe it's not that long of a game, so maybe they were like, let's not give too much, but I don't know. Anyway, sometimes I have a hard time reading people. That's part of the reason why I was like, I'm gonna study up on some body language stuff. Let me see if I can that'll help me. I don't think it helped me. I think in a lot of ways, I then, with a mix of my overthinking, it makes it worse. Because then I'm like analyzing what somebody's doing and I'm like, uh-oh. Two things that go so well together. Yeah, but that's, I would be a decent detective, I think. Yeah, I think when I'm then not able to read somebody and I overthink and now I've studied some body language stuff, I'm like, well, their feet are pointed in this direction, which means, which there was a chapter on that. The direction in which people's feet are placed. Some of it seems to be like actually kind of accurate sometimes. But again, you have to know people's like baseline to then read like changes. That's kind of what you have to, that's what you have to do. Like a lot of people say, oh, if they have their arms crossed, it means they're mad or they're whatever. But it could be a lot of different things. Like it could be that they're cold, or it could be that, they feel insecure about something or whatever. So like, there's a lot of different like reasons. You have to know, like, do they always stand like that? That could be a thing. Granted, I will say there was a study. This is a side note. This is not about really anything. Side note. There was a study where, Twinsanity, welcome in. How are you? There's a study where supposedly people, if you're like in a meeting or at school or whatever, people who have their arms crossed tend to retain less information about what they're listening to than people who don't. So they say, if you are, let's say, giving a presentation and you see somebody with their arms crossed, it's like a better idea to, if you have some kind of like physical thing, like a pamphlet or a something, to give it to that person so that they open up, you know, their arms, and supposedly might help them with retaining the information that you're telling them. But I read that a long time ago. Hand gestures can be understood in more ways than one. True, yeah, that's also the thing. And there's like cultural differences too. And that's why, like, again, there's a lot of like those reels where it's like somebody trying to analyze someone's body language. It's mostly like pseudoscience slash like it's more for entertainment value than anything, because you have to know what somebody's baseline is before you can actually read them, unless you're like I mean, I'm sure in extreme examples you could, but you know, I don't think you would need to study body language for that. This guy threw his controller across the room. I think it means he's upset. They have ADHD if their hands are free. And if their hands are, they have ADHD, and if their hands are free, they're likely to pick something up and start playing with it. There's also people who are like very, tactile learners and stuff. So sometimes like tactile learners need to be like doing something with their hand to kind of like stimulate their brain and keep them engaged and stuff. So like there's like tons of different reasons for why people do things, but there are some that were interesting, like in terms of like it's because a lot of it is like you have to get sort of a sense of who they are to then see if there's changes in that, and then you have to sort of then assume things by those changes. It's very like, again, that's why it's a pseudoscience. People will talk about it like if somebody looks to the top right as they are talking, that means that they're lying, and that's like not necessarily true. Still live for now. Decided to crash here for a while. Well, you're always welcome to crash here. Crash Bandicoot. With me, it's either my hands behind my back or I'm fidgeting. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I do a lot of times. Anyway. But it'd be funny to me. Anyway, all that being said, I think it'd be funny to make a video that was like in the style of those videos, but it's me trying to prove that my joke was good. And I think Wivey would hate that, but it kind of makes me want to do it, because he would just be like, I'm not gonna ever laugh at any of your jokes ever again. It's like, it's too late. I already know you find them funny. I should. Maybe I will. I don't know if I should just like get by in good graces and just not like push my luck or if I should milk it for all I can. What's the best thing to do? I don't know. But what else has been going on, friends? Are you guys playing Silksong? Who here is a Silksonger? That's how it is with my friend. Oh, he'll hate this. I'm going to do it. I find sometimes I'll be able to make him laugh even more because of that. Or then sometimes I'm like, oh wait, maybe this actually was too much. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know if I should milk it or not. I want to. I sometimes get in trouble in meetings. If I'm doing something during a meeting, like drawing, I'm actually focused and absorbing what you're saying. If I'm doing nothing, I have likely tuned you out, but many people don't like when your eyes are not on them. Yeah, that's true. I've definitely seen that before, where, oh, this is Animal Crossing. Where, yeah, people don't like if you're drawing or doing something. I would do that sometimes. I don't have ADHD, but I would do that sometimes just because I was so sleepy. It would keep me, like, I would have to do something to, like, stay awake. So, like, drawing was the thing that I would do. or like I would just like write anything, just so that I was like, my mind was engaged in doing something, because otherwise I'd be like nodding asleep while they were talking. Currently trying to finish Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then I'm going to move on to Mafia or Captain Toad. Captain Toad is phenomenal. I've heard good things about Mafia though. I loved Captain Toad. I hope they make another Captain Toad game. They should. The music is fun. It's very good. Sorry, Captain Toad when it first came out, but wait. Was it I played Captain Toad when it first came out, but did like 4 levels and something big came out and never went back? I bet that's what it was. Oh, so I don't... Oh, I started. Close enough. I played, I started. But yeah, that makes more sense with I'm sorry. I was like, oh, does he hate Captain Toad? Oh, so I don't know if I ever mentioned it here, but I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. So yesterday I was driving home from work, and I could see up ahead that there was quite a bit of traffic, and I was in no mood to sit in it. So instead, I cut down the street my bestie lives on. I was surprised to see her kids sitting outside. Turns out both of them forgot their house keys, and both their parents were at least 30 minutes away. But I just so happened to have a key. Oh, goodness, Sassy, that's amazing. You were in the perfect place in the perfect time. That's awesome. I bet well, the kids, I'm sure, were happy to be inside. But I'm sure your friend also loved that. I'm sure they loved that. That's so cool. It is perfect timing. Hannah, welcome in, everybody. How are you? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? The last readout, welcome in. Meet Hannah, the Canadian queen of Apex Legends. When she's not busy fragging with Fuse, you might catch her sipping wine, brewing coffee, or even whipping up something delicious in the kitchen. A true multitasker. Maybe she'll even share her secret recipe for victory. I want the secret recipe for victory. Friends, I have a little video to play for you. I won't play the Australia one. I will play a normal one. But enjoy! Hi Raiders, I'm Jet, your 4th favorite streamer. Yeah, 4th. You know, the guy you end up with when your favorites are offline and you misclicked my channel. Before we dive in, Snapsicles, this is a family-friendly stream. Please keep your chats cozy and clean or my mods will be on you like a pack of wild pumas. Looking for a triple threat? Gaming, chatting, and looks? Well, let me tell you why I'm called Triple Jet. When it comes to gaming, we dive into puzzles, indie games, RPGs, and mysteries. But the biggest mystery of all will be why you're still watching. Like to chat? Well, we get so derailed it's like we're a train to nowhere and I'm your conductor. Choo choo. And when it comes to looks, I am like the solar eclipse, best not to look at. Now, if you want a good streamer, follow the creators I just linked in chat. They will obliterate my stream like a snap from Thanos. Mr. Bezos, I don't feel so good. But if you like the wonderfully wrecked vibe of a beat-up pinata, then you're in the right place. The candy's mostly gone, but we can still keep it sweet. So drop a follow and we'll make this siesta fiesta the absolute besta. Got a jet?
They are the deadliest creatures on Earth. They can attack without warning. And they've just been unleashed 30,000 feet in the air.
Rick?
So, you know all those security scenarios that we ran? Well, I'm smack in the middle of one that we didn't really think of.
Can anybody hear me?
What's
go!
Blah. What are you doing in here? Shh.
Did you guys hear that?
Wanna be friends?
Enough is enough. I've had it with these mother flippin' jets on this mother floppin' plane. Everyone strap in. We're about to open some flappin' windows.
Okay, there you go. You got both videos. Because Hannah requested it, you get both videos. But Hannah, welcome in. Nix, hello. Altruistic Emu, welcome in. How are you? We won so much today. Did you? How many wins did you get? Apex Legends, a coincidence? Bear, I said I didn't know what to play today, and Bear's like, Apex? And I was like, I don't know. I won't have anyone to play with me. I don't know. Did you win all the games? But Snakes on a Plane, Lego, you got Snakes on a Plane. Or jets, I guess. GG, welcome in. For once, Han didn't oversell the trailer, really? Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I sold it. Perfect. That's what we want. You gotta undersell it, really. You sold it effectively. We love that. Wait, but tell me, did you win? Did you win all the things? Did you win all the games? Are you playing ranked? I have not touched a single game mode besides wild card. And ended on a win with randoms? What? That's wild. Duos, ranked is too hard. What rank are you in now? Duos is fun. Gold is where I belong. That's not true. You are at least a predator, in my opinion. I've seen you play as Fuse. I wish I was as good as Fuse as Hannah is, but unfortunately, I am not. And I don't get it. I don't get why I can't get Fuse. So the for those that don't know, that Snakes on a Plane video is because I'm going to Australia to visit and meet some of my Australian friends. And our last stream before my trip is going to be in 36 days. That's what this countdown is. So we're doing it in stretch goals. And the current stretch goal, the one we just got was a Lego stream. I've actually never owned Legos, and so I've officially bought my first Lego set ever, and we're gonna build it. I think it comes in tomorrow, but I think it might be next week when we build that. But then we're gonna have a 10 episode. If we get this next stretch goal, we'll do a 10 episode podcast where I'm gonna have some guests. And in each episode, I think that'd be kind of fun to do. If we reach that goal, I will release those episodes while I'm gone in Australia, because I'll be gone for a few weeks. But then after this goal is, due to popular demand, K-pop Demon Hunters, which I've never seen. Enough people really want me to see it, so we've made that. We're gonna do a K-pop Demon Hunters night. So, but anyway, they'll have to. Hannah!
Crikey.
Hannah, thank you so much for the $15 going towards their trip. Crikey, going towards their trip, going towards the 10 episode podcast. That is 85 away. I think that's math. Till that goal. Amazing. That's for the kangaroo dinner. I actually would love to have kangaroo while I'm there. So I might use it for that. if I have kangaroo, one, Hannah, I'll take a picture of it for you. Two, I will, in your honor, I will say a fuse line. Not the Joey. I'm sure it's not Joey's, I bet. Surely not. They don't have a lot of meat on them, I would bet. But I will say oh gee, no, not Joey. Yeah, not the Joey's. I'll make sure to like say a fuse line in your honor, like before I eat it. I'll say something. I don't know what I'll say. What's your favorite fuse quip? Do you have one? And Bear gifting a sub to Hannah. Thank you. I don't know. Really? He has such good
Bear
ones.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Hannah.
My favorite
51
one
gift subs in the channel
is when you thank him for something and then he says, "All right, mate, don't have a cry about it," or something like that. I love that. That is my favorite line of his. But Hannah, makes me want to move. Yeah, that's also a good one. Hannah, you know that it's dangerous to be so generous here. Surely you do. Because for those who don't know, Bears. Wait for Bear. I'm trying to stall. I'm trying to I'm trying to stall a little bit. You see, long ago,
this bearded man before
Paul Mulkeman
will soon be your
it's going to take way too long to start up.
Streamer.
Do I need to stall? Do I need to you see, a long time ago when people were generous, it's just, should I keep stalling, Bear, or do I go? Do I just go, or do I stall? Do I stall longer? I was out with the pup when you ready. I just got back. Ooh, what's the name of your pup? We'll just go for it. You see, sometimes, again, Hannah, thank you for the $15 towards our Australia trip, but you know that sometimes when people are so generous,
Suddenly, things become quiet. Outside,
Minister
trees rustle and sway. A breeze tugs at your hair as you feel the ground below you shake.
Oh no?
Oh no. You know what it is.
What is it?
A big gifter.
A big gifter? Hello! Well, thank you so much for the $15 towards our Australia trip. You're helping me have fun with my friendos, have a kangaroo meal. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting, but you didn't have to do that. It was so generous of you. Thank you very much. And then we'll get closer to our 10-episode podcast. It didn't work. Hold on, we're gonna have to do it again, everybody. I really don't know why it doesn't work. It breaks sometimes. I can hear the music. You guys can't. So I just sound like a crazy person right now. But I hear the frogs. The frogs are calling. Wait a second, everybody. Ignore this.
Ribbit.
Because we got to do it again. But hold on. I got to prime it. We're going to go over here first. Okay. It seems to work now.
Ribbit.
Get out of here. You're supposed to be gone. Okay. I think we're good now. From the top, everybody. From the top. Daz, welcome in. From the top. I said... Hold on. Hello? There we go.
Suddenly, things become quiet. Outside, trees rustle and sway. A breeze tugs at your hair as you feel the ground below you shake.
Oh no?
Oh no. You know what it is.
What is it?
Big gifter.
A big gifter? Thank you so much for the generosity. Again, the $15. You didn't need to do that, but the Australia trip coming very soon. Our last stream in 36 days before the trip. Yeah, wow! We had Big Gifter. Now we have Big Frogs. So many frogs are dancing. They're spinning. They're having so much fun. They want us to have kangaroo meat. They want us to have kangaroo dinner. They want us to have fun with our friends. But they saved us from the Big Gifter, everybody. Thank you so much for rescuing me from the Big Gifter. But at least they didn't get hit by a laser.
Ribbit.
Get out of here. So, thank you. Again, Hannah, thank you very much. Not only for the raid, but also for the $15. Some of those were toads, some were frogs. You know, I've never considered that Lego. YV! Wait, why didn't it play your sound? Imagine you come to this stream for the first time and you're afraid of frogs. That would be bad. Why didn't it play your sound? I'm mad. I'm mad. That would be bad. If you you click on the stream and it's just like, what is that called? Were you like, there it is. Were you like expose someone to their fear to like get them to get over it? What's that called? Exposure therapy, yes. It's like an evil, it's like immediate exposure therapy. Cruelty, fair. Be better. Honestly, I don't think I could tell you, I don't think I know personally the difference between a toad and a frog. I know that they are different. But a lot of people have tried to do exposure therapy to me. It doesn't seem to work most of the time for me. I feel like I just get more upset. That's usually what happens. Some people swear by it though. My dad would be able to tell you, Daz, we need to go on a mountain to expose you to your fear. Does Daz not like heights? YV, how's your day? Have you heard from Bill? Hates heights. I am not a big heights person, generally. I've learned that being on a mountain is different for me. Like, if I am on a, so, when I went to Tokyo, they had one of those, the Sky Tree had one of those things where it was like, you'd go up to the very top and the floor was glass, you know? I, like, tried to step on it, but it was like, my body was like, cause, and it's different, like, I think in, the one that I see a lot, I think is maybe in Chicago, where they have just like a window that you like step out into. The Sky Tree has it where it's like in the middle of the floor. So like you can go all the way out to a window, but there's like sections of the floor that are the double paned or whatever window flooring. And I like tried to step on it and I could feel my body like trying to curl up and double over. It was no bueno. It's okay. I have not yet. They don't open till 10. Unbelievable. They should be 24 hours. It's a hospital. Smooth skin are frogs. Rough skin are toads. Is that it? Not testing his spider fear. Yeah, I don't like that either. Nope, no thank you. Could do the harbor bridge walk. What is that? What is that? Did you hear Silksong broke all the digital stores? I did hear about that. I did. I have never played Hollow Knight. We're actually not playing. I mean, we're not playing Silksong. But is it a climb? I'm not afraid of heights, but the glass in the sky tree made me wobbly. Why? We've been to the same place. Isn't that weird? We've been to the same place before. We should be friends. What year did you go to Japan? You climbed the harbor bridge? What are the odds? Actually, I mean, kind of slim, I would say. We live in different countries. We've both been to the same place in a different country. Kind of slim, I would say. Harbor Bridge. Is that Sydney? 2016, okay, yeah, no, I wasn't there. I was like, what if it was the same year? It wasn't. Did you get that thing I left for you there? You climbed that? That doesn't seem right. Why would you climb it? You can. But hold on, climb. I want to see, like, where are you climbing? If it was the liqueur ice cream, then yes. You found it. Oh no. Oh my goodness, hold on. I'll show you guys a picture. Is that Oprah? It is. Have you ever wanted to climb on a bridge, but you also wanted to look like you belonged in a cult? Wearing the same tracksuits? Well, then do I have an activity for you? Gonna run, gonna lurk. Just wanted to say hi to all you lovelies. YV, thank you for coming in. It's so wonderful to see you here. I hope you have a great day. There is something that I've thought about going on, but I don't know if YV would go with me. But we'll see. Weirdly enough, I found out that me and my best friend were in the same spot at one point. We both went to a lacrosse game on the exact same date, but met each other 8 years later. I was working at the Tokyo Skytree while YV was there. I wish I lived in Japan. I love when that stuff happens. That is me. The view is amazing. I mean, to be fair, it does look, I mean, incredible. Have you done the climb, Lego? No, I'm good. Have you done the climb, Lego? It doesn't seem like something I would want to do. I'm looking at this photo. No thanks. Okay. Are you also not a heights person? I was looking at this photo and I was like, I would not be this happy. My hands would be on the railing at all times. I would probably be crouched also. I would be like, I would be huddled down, trying to be okay. And you get a nice view of the opera house, it looks like. I would probably also cry at some point, I think. I once went on a hike where the mountain itself, I was totally fine. Like, and I've learned this about me. that apparently on like a mountain hike, I am totally good. Like at one point in the hike, there was just like you couldn't walk two people side by side because the path was so small. But they had like chains that were embedded into the rock that you would hold while going down this like switchback, I guess. And that was fine for me. Like I wasn't scared at all, but at the top of the mountain, there were some steps that someone had made to get to like a higher point, and it was these metal stairs. And it was also the stairs where there's like a gap in between where you can like, you know, like metal slat or something. Metal bar, and then nothing, metal bar, you know, like that kind of thing. And I could barely walk on that. I was like, it took me forever to make it up those stairs because I was so scared. So I feel like there's something in my mind that's broken. That's like, if it is like rock or like earth, I'm like fine. But if it's like a stair or ladder or something that like someone made, I'm like, I'm going to fall. This is going to break. Only 3 hours left of work. How's Silksong going? I have never played Hollow Knight. So I don't have any intention of playing Silksong. But I know everyone is playing it, I'm sure. I'm sure if I looked on Twitch, I bet it's like everyone is playing Silksong right now. As a kid, I would go up to the top of my 3-story barn and jump off into straw, but nowadays I would never. Are you a big heights person in general? I get off work in 40 seconds. You might have already gotten off work by the time I finished that sentence. I don't have a fear of heights per se, but I have a fear of falling, the sole reason I haven't gone into the attic. I've heard a lot of people say that the fear of heights really is, well, I've heard a lot of things. I've heard some people say that it's the fear of falling, but I've then heard some people say that the fear of heights is the fear of the compulsion to jump. As if something will just, like, cause you to jump over. Excuse me. Yeah, I found out 3 years ago I suddenly developed a fear of heights. Interesting. Yeah. I'm free. Enjoy being work-free for the day. But also, side note. Well, Wyvie's gone. Everyone make sure you go follow Wyvie. He's wonderful. He's gonna be one of the people I'm meeting in Australia. We're going on a trip, very excited. Also, I made a very good joke in his stream last night, and he loved it, and I'll never forget that moment. So make sure you drop him a follow, because you'll have a good time. Plays a lot of old school retro PlayStation stuff. But yesterday did a Lego stream that was very fun and chill. He's great at the chats. Go drop him a follow. I live on a hill, and I was terrified that I'd slip down into the water. And slip down it in winter. I see. You'll get to hear Jet make even more puns. Yeah. You thought you were free here. Or I'm sorry. You thought that you were free when you're out of here, but no. But no. There's more. But wait. There's more. Yeah, I'm not a big heights person. There are like certain things that I can do heights wise, but yeah, generally I'm not like a heights person, not really a roller coasters person. Yeah. No, I totally get it. I totally got it. It took me a second. I read it weird in my head, and but yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big heights person generally. So yeah, I don't know if doing the Harbor Bridge climb is going to be on the agenda. I suppose if you guys really wanted to do it, you could make me, I guess. But you guys would have to. Here's what we would have to do in order to do it. 1, you guys have to pay for me, because I'm not paying for that. 2, very likely, you guys would have to sandwich me, because if I am last, I'm not gonna go. If I am like the last person, I will just never climb. I will never make it up the climb. But if you guys are sandwiching me, one person will have to pull me. The other person will be pushing me up. So that is really the only way that would, very likely happen. It would be great to get some good views, though. I'm down for that. I would not. I think I saw. Is it the Blue Mountains? No. Where are the Blue Mountains? Is that New South Wales? I remember I saw some kind of cable car that I was like, no. Definitely not. Blue Mountains in Australia. They are in New South. I think this is what I'm thinking of. Yeah! Wait for it. This would not do. I would be like just in shambles. The vibes would be in shambles. When I get scared, I oftentimes will, I just get very quiet and still. And so I think I would not be able to do that. I think I would start to disassociate. I would probably not say a word, and I would try to just I'm not here. I'm on safe ground. I am fine. I am fine. I can handle controlled heights. What is a controlled height for you, Bear? They will have to get you across the bridge like Shrek did with Donkey, exactly. 100%. Because I would need to be assisted in my climb. Richard Ayoade in the Travel Man show, he did something like that, but they were on rooftops. And that to me, that didn't seem very scary. But that seems scary because the platforms seem thin. There's also cars going down under you. Not that you would survive if you fell, but like a plane or a rail car like that, but being on the side of something with no railing or, oh gosh, yeah, no. Planes I don't like. I will have to distract myself when I'm on the plane. Because, for those who don't know, it's about a 15-hour plane ride from where I'm leaving. I have a few connecting flights, but from where I'm leaving to Australia, it's going to be a 15-hour flight, I think. And I can double check. But I think it's going to be... Wait for it. I think I'm going to do that. Where is it? Oh, it doesn't tell me here. I'm fairly it's like, it might be like 14 and a half or something, but it's like, it's going to be around 14 to 15 hours. I thought it would say on the ticket, but it did not. That is usually, I will likely not sleep the night before so that I can, get on the plane and like sleep. One of the last times I had like connecting flights, I pretty much like I would sleep on the plane. Granted, it wasn't as long of a plane ride, but I would like get on the plane. I was actually at one of the flights, I was able to go to sleep before takeoff, and I actually like woke up in the air, which was excellent because I hate takeoff and landing. And then I like woke up, got to my next plane, and then went to sleep again. And then it was the best. So I'm likely going to try to deprive myself of sleep so that I can like just go to sleep on planes. That would be excellent if I can. Because yeah. I might also try to get like Dramamine, and I think there's some that's like that's a little bit like drowsy, and I would love that. I'd probably save that for the longer flight, but I would love to go to sleep and not be awake for most of it. But I'm gonna bring my Steam Deck along with me. I'm gonna have my iPad and some other stuff, so be able to entertain myself. Also, I did mention this. I did get my seats at the back of the plane to increase my chances of survival. So, that's as long as my shift today. Yeesh, that's a long shift. That is a long shift. Do you work like, do you do like 4 days or something instead of like 5? Or what is your or was today just kind of like a one-off? But yeah, I will likely try to sleep as much as I can. I don't like planes, don't like turbulence, not a fan of that. I'm going to have to remind myself that it's worth it. Gonna have to remind myself that this is worth it, and that it'll be better. Things will be great when I'm there. As much as I would love to visit Australia one day, it's like a 24-hour flight from here. I could not handle that long in a plane. I'm sure they would have to have like, from where you are, I'm sure they would have to have connecting flights. It would not be like a singular, because I can't even get a direct flight. But I'm very excited though. It's still way too long. Yeah, that's fair. It's yeah. I'm gonna just remind myself that it's worth it. It's going to be, that's also one of the reasons why. So I'm gonna be there for about 3 weeks, and I wanted to be there for as long as I could, because if I'm gonna be on a plane for that long, I need it to be. It's also, again, I have not been out of the state of Alaska in 13, 14 years. And so, like, I'm sort of like, I'm going to make the most of this. Like, I want this to be, like, a special thing, so. It usually would be half of that. We don't have anyone to cover Thursday night, so I'm covering. Yeesh! I hope you're getting paid well. Yes, it is dropping. Let me see. it's me. It's dropping a lot. Ah, I know why. Hold. 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 In a second, it is going to be fine. In a second, it will be fine. It is because I ran out of internet. That's right, I don't have unlimited. Paying for internet. Well, no, I paid my internet, but I ran out of data. I think we should be fine now. My new coworker is gonna do every other Thursday night. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, looks like we're fine again. That is correct, everybody. I don't have unlimited internet because I live in Alaska. So, also, if you need a refresh, sometimes when the bitrate drops, it then creates like a longer delay. So, you know, if you feel like you need to refresh, do that. What was I gonna say? Anyway, yeah. So I ran out of. I had 0 gigs left. 0 of so many. So, anyway, we're good now. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it should be fine. I want the trip to be very good. So it's going to be like, we're gonna make it worth it, right? Like, this is essentially, you know. Oh, you can also pause stream. That's right. Was like, dang, you don't have Wi-Fi, but I forgot you live in Alaska. No, I do have Wi-Fi. We don't have unlimited. Unlimited is so expensive. My internet is expensive. I pay, what is it? Almost. I pay $160 for my internet every month. And we get that is for is that for like 1,000 gigs? So as a streamer, I use up a lot, and I also work remotely from home, so I also upload videos and like stuff for my job, so it's like all of that cuts into it. But anyway, but yeah, internet's super expensive, and it's not unlimited, and I hate it, but what can you do? Yeah, unlimited internet here in Alaska is like $200 a month. Yeah, it's a lot. I did see that there might be something that I could do to get it cheaper, but I don't know. I used to qualify for the Affordable Care Act for internet, and that was amazing. That was a wonderful like year or two for streaming. I got better internet, and it was cheaper and whatever, but alas, they got rid of that. They didn't renew it. As someone who didn't have internet till they were 19, I understand. Yeesh. Was it because you grew up on like a farm, correct? Was that why you didn't have internet? But the Australia trip, that's gonna be like, for me, it's gonna. I'm sort of like, this is essentially going to be like a once in a lifetime trip, potentially, more than likely. As much as I would love to move to Australia, I don't know if they would even allow me to. So I don't know if you know that would happen. But I'm sort of seeing this trip at this point as like, this may be the only time in Australia. This might be the only time I see these people ever, which is both, you know, a sobering thought, and also, you know, at least one that I have now that I'm like, okay, like, I want to make the most of this. I want it to be a good trip. I want to have fun. I want them to have fun, you know, so. Yeah, it would have cost a lot of money to run a wire all the way up to the farm. Yeah, that makes sense. That'd make a lot of sense. I've mostly lived in bigger cities where internet was much cheaper, but well, fun trip too. I have been like, if I like love it, how soon after I come back and I start funding a second trip? But part of me is like, I would want to like try to see if I can get sponsored so I can like do work there or something, make it a bigger move or something, but I don't know, we'll see. No, I mean like I mean like a Visa sponsorship. But maybe I can bring Moose's Tooth to Australia. Maybe that's where they're gonna expand. Doubt it. Oh yeah. I have already told, a long time ago, I told Daz that I need him to start Dazco, and then he can sponsor me. You could be the bridge. That would be amazing. I'd love that. I will bring Moose's Tooth to Australia. The thing is, I don't know, like, so, because I was looking into some of this stuff. I know that there are jobs that, like, different countries are looking for, and so, like, they look for people with specific skills. I do not have any of those skills. None of those skills qualify me for that, because I do marketing, and I do video editing, and design, and that's not really a Ralph Co. I would be down with to work for Ralph Co. Or I'll work at your sauna, Lego. I'll work at the sauna that you own, or the spa. That's what it is. The spa that you own. Yeah, my skills aren't one that immediately give me access to the you know, to apply for one of those visas. So I would have to very much get a sponsorship, I think, before I move there to like get a chance to live there. Looks like I'm gonna have more than one pod to catch up on. I keep nodding off, so I'm gonna give up and head to sleep. Have a great stream. Good night, all. Sassy, I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. I'm still not positive if we're gonna play Roottrees or if we play something else. I don't know what I'm feeling yet. I don't know what other people are feeling. I don't know. You would think as a streamer I would have a better idea of what I want to do, but don't worry, we're only 5 years in. Over 5 years in. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. He says to himself, lying. But anyway, yeah, I would have to get a... I never know what I'm doing. You're in good company, thank you. Well, I hope you have a good night, and I hope tomorrow goes well. I hope work continues to get better. And I hope things get figured out. But yeah, at this point, I'm sort of like, you know, this is probably going to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip. I may never get to see these people again, which makes me sad. I have definitely teared up already. Of that idea, that this may be the one and only time I see these people, but I'm trying to be like, okay, that just means I need to make this trip like special. I need to make this trip like, just have fun, try to do fun things, have good food, but spend good time with peeps. How's Roottrees going? So we finished the main story yesterday. I wasn't sure if we would do Roottreemania today. That's kind of why I'm like, do we play Roottrees today or not? Because Sassy said the Roottreemania was good. But that's sort of where I'm like, we could do the new mode or play something else. Did you do Roottreemania? You and me both. Cross our fingers we get our schedules. Yeah, I hope you get your schedules. Also, by the way, side note, I was sad neither Yvie nor Daz got into the combos beta. I really wanted to throw bits at them and make weird things happen on screen and in their chat. But what can you do? What can you do? I'm right at the end of Roottreemania. I had to make a decision and I got overwhelmed, so I stopped there. Would you say, has it been as fun as the first, the main game? Like the first mode? Got to what? The combos beta. I was like, I hope I'm listening via hubby's phone. I was like, I wanted to throw bits. I didn't even know what that is. Yeah, that's the thing, the bits thing that we were doing yesterday. Like, I didn't apply to get in it. I was just chosen. And so that's why I was like, I hope they got into it. Honestly, don't want it? No! Why? Why, Daz? I would say I had as much fun. Okay, good. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, Bear. Oh, is that the F? That's amazing. Look at that heart. Is the poorest image? Looks so out of like the design style of it. Bear, thank you so much for those bits. I think it's, well, yeah, I would say the heart maybe does look weird, but I like looking at the effects. I like looking at the effects. I think they're fun. It's like I don't know what's gonna happen, but the F's in chat. Oh, and those were 100 bits each. Thank you so much for the 300 bits, Bear. Every level of combo, the effect happens, and I guess every level needs more, but I don't know what it is. Whoa! Oh, that's amazing. With the flaming Fs. Like they went into Word, clicked transparent background, remove color, yeah, and took that photo and ran with it. It's ugly. Some of their design choices are a bit weird. I do kind of wonder sometimes. Don't worry, Twitch is a small indie company. It is 100 bit. It is. There are some that are smaller. There's the Dino is 5 bits, by the way. But thank you for the 1,000 bits right there. I want vertical streams before combos. That apparently is coming. Yeah, so I just started tapping. Oh no, Bear. Bear, oh no. I'm so sorry. Thank you for those combos. Yeah, some of them are more expensive than others. I think there's like, the most expensive one is $250 each. I think it's the skull. Let's see. Wait. I'm alpha? Looks good? Wait, what do you mean? Look at that heart. Why? Isn't the noted emote a bit reward? It is. Wait, I think. Oh, mine isn't showing me. I think it, yeah, it should be. I can tell you. Hold on. Vertical and alpha subscribe. Oh, wait. Oh, you do? Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. I feel like that's a smart move for them. Yes. It's the 5K bit. So there's 1K bits, which is the heart emote, our note emote, which is 5K, and Krungo, which is 10K. And I have more slots for bit emotes. I need to add more. I have 3 slots left for standard emotes and 5 slots left for animated. A dancing emote? A dancing emote would probably be good. I've thought about some other emotes recently, but I'm working on other people's things, so I don't usually work on my stuff. Not me personally. Oh, but it's in the mobile app already. Ah, you'll get notice if you if someone's using it. Okay, very very cool. I also had, oh, what's the idea, Bear? If you okay, yes, if you find someone using it. Okay, yes. I think doing vertical is a good idea. I think yeah, I think it's a good idea. I suck at mobile type. Mobile typing is just the worst. I don't think it's just you. They need to bring back T9. Am I right? Any T9ers out there? Blame it on autocorrect. I've had so many typos on mobile, don't worry. Yeah, it's always the worst. Kind of like this, but you pointing, writing, YV shoulders! I mean, I would love that would be hilarious. I actually have thought about making some, like, Australia-related ones before the trip. That would be very funny. That would be amazing. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm gonna screenshot that so I can suggest it to YV, and then I could be like, it wasn't my idea. Because he won't believe me. He'll be like, no, this is you. He would be more for it if it was someone else, maybe, yeah. I would, I've thought about doing, like, well, I won't say. I don't like to say some ideas in the case they don't happen. Or in the case I, like, change my mind or something, but, way to tease this, I'm sorry. But part of me is like, I don't even know if I have time. 36 days is not very much. Only 2.5 hours left of work. I'm so close. Yeesh. What time will that be for you? Are you staying in a hotel? Some days. I am going to stay with YV a few separate times, but I'll be at a hotel mostly. So. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Anyway, I've been thinking about doing some Australia related emotes to celebrate, to have a good time. I don't know when I'm there if I'll have any streams. If anything, we might stream on like YVs or something. But I'll try to tell you guys if there's a plan for something. I know we've talked about at least having me on his stream at least once. 11 p.m. and then I have to be back. We're at 9. Oh my goodness. Are you pretty much gonna like, have you eaten dinner already? Like, are you gonna be able to go home, go to sleep? Or are you gonna have to, like, still do stuff when you get home? Also, apologies, ads are gonna play in 3 minutes, and I've snoozed them as much as I can. I've tried my best. Yeah, is that it? Have you had lunch or dinner? Having a snack now, though? Well, make sure you eat something good when you get home. Make sure you take care of yourself. But yeah, I've thought of some different emotes. Thinking of stuff. I have similarly, Bear. I have wanted a drive emote for a bit, but don't worry, I'll eat when I get home. Okay, good. Just making sure. I would love a steer emote. Dancing and heart emotes are my favorite. I want to redo my heart emote. It needs to be redone for a 4th time. I'm not a fan of it. I honestly think, like, I like, here's what happens to me. I'll do stuff for other people. I'm like, man, I love what I did for them so much better than what I did for myself. So, like, I love YV's heart emote is excellent, and I think it's better than my current emote. So I want to redo my heart emote. Just can't be bothered to put together to bring with me. Fair. Oh, a steer like a cow? No. I meant like the driving emote. I think it's so funny. Okay, friends, we have to run ads, so we're gonna play ads. We'll come back and then we'll talk about what game we should play. So stand up, stretch, do your thing, and we'll be RB.
This is your time, Jetpack Gang. Stand up, move around, grab a snack, hydrate. The stream will resume in just a few minutes.
And welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a nice little break there. All right. What do we do today, friends? What do you want to do? What do you want to see? Do you care? I don't really know what I want to play. If I want to play anything, even. We have the Roottrees. Whatever makes you happy. Games? Whatever makes you happy. No! I need to know what you guys want. A poll? I could do a poll. I don't know how many people are here to, like, vote. Let me get some ideas here. We have the Roottrees Are Dead. What else could I do? League. I asked my friend if about maybe playing very soon. Very soon. But I would need to get League set up. Kana hard mode? Oh goodness. For poll reasons, this is a joke. I loved Kana Bridge of Spirits. That's so fun. The Cozy Cowboy one, that was fun. Gaucho and the Grasslands. Alan Wake. I do want to play Alan Wake. Or there used to be really good at League. I have never been particularly good at League, but I do find it fun. But I am not very competitive. I'm not a very competitive person. So I'm just there for the fun. I do want to play Alan Wake. I suck at it, but I enjoy it sometimes. It's fun to hear you play it, Lego. The shouting. Games one of my favorite games. I started a hard mode save, but I'm stuck on the second boss. Oh no. Our friend Opons worked on Kana, which I think is really cool. But I love it. It's very fun. I definitely did not play hard mode. My pure rage, yeah, which is understandable. I think League brings it out in people. Yeah, he actually did the part where you have to do like the target shooting. He I think designed that area, if I recall. Designed that target practice stuff or whatever. But he now works for Respawn. He works on the Star Wars games. And stuff. Hard mode has been testing me for sure. I know when to log off. When I get top mad though, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I am like an easy mode to normal player. Yeah, it does that. I can't get it's because it's like shiny and the green screen doesn't know what it is. The green screen is like if it's like something that's too close to white, it will be like this must also be I must also get rid of this. So yeah, it kind of does it all the time. It's harder to tell when it's on like the darker background. My God, did I have to log off a lot of times? I bet. It was already a difficult game, I think, in normal mode at times. So there's some mystery games I want to play, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to start a mystery game right now. 4 p.m. on a Thursday, almost 5 p.m. on a Thursday. That's not mystery game time. You know? I own Outer Wilds. I need to play it. It's on my list of things I need to play. I hear such great things about it. I got stuck at the first normal hard enemy for 30 plus minutes. I had tears in my eyes. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, that's difficult. One of the best games I've ever played. Yeah, I know. I definitely want to like. When we play that, I definitely want to give it like my full attention. Funniest thing is I got stuck in the same part on normal mode as well. That's funny. Which boss was it? The wolf? The wolf one? I have a bunch of demos I need to get rid of. They're just like, why are you here? It's spooky season. Mystery games are good anytime. That's fair. Yeah, we are approaching spooky season. I'm gonna be in Australia during most of it. Not even a boss, just the big enemy that has the sword. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you mean. What a great game though. Love the graphics, love the art style. First boss surprisingly only took me an hour. Yeesh. I remember playing that boss and being like, okay, this game is good. Like it was a difficult fight, but I was like, oh, this is actually, I'm really enjoying this. I've actually, you know, I've thought about going back to Wanderstop, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. Some days I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to play. I finished the boss at like 12 a.m. Oh gosh, yeah, that would be. I could see emotions running high at midnight. When I get tired, it's easy for me to cry. I just don't know. Wandersong. Wandersong. No, I haven't. I've definitely heard of it. I've definitely heard of it. I don't think I own it. Do I own it on my Switch? I actually don't know. You play as a bar. Yeah. I can picture it in my head. I have not, but yeah, it does look like a game that I would enjoy. Do you do Humble Bundle? I don't have any bundles currently. I have bought stuff from them before though. I just don't typically buy anything unless I'm like, okay, we'll definitely play that, or like we'll stream it or whatever. Is there something on Humble Bundle? Because I feel like there's, I'm having this issue where it's like, I have games to play, you know? It's not that I don't have games to play. It's that I have too many games to play. And none of them are speaking to me, you know? None of them are like, play me. Mood, you know? Yeah. I'm looking at this list, I'm like, I do want to play this at some point. Like, I have, the mystery game I was talking about was, oh, do I have it on my PlayStation? I thought I had it on my Steam Deck. Oh, I think I have it on my... I have an Agatha Christie game that I have been wanting to play. But... yeah, I must have it on my PlayStation. Anyway. Okay, fine. If you insist, I'll load up Silksong. Are you playing Silksong? Been trying to play through my downloaded games because I'm running out of room for them. I've got a few things from the August Humble Bundle that looked interesting. Oh, which games? Yeah, maybe Cat. I need to, one, for my trip, I need to go through and see what is installed and what I need to get rid of just to like, and what if there's any games I want installed for my trip. But yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, there's so many games that like I could play. I just don't know. I just don't know what I'm feeling. I don't have Alan Wake installed. Plus, I kind of want to wait for PlayStation games because I sent my controller to get fixed. I'm kind of hoping to wait until... I have another controller, but I'm hoping to wait until I get that controller back. But... Oh, side note, by the way, people who play No Man's Sky, the Expedition is live. Like, that's something we could do. But am I feeling that? Yeah. What's the final reward? Almost said hello to your new announcement. That's funny. You still can. I forget, actually. Because the cosmetics are already in the game. Oh, Little Gator game. I loved that game. Little Gator game is fantastic. Wild Mender I've heard of. And Banishers was very good. I really enjoyed it, but nobody was watching it when I played. It felt like whenever I would play Banishers, people would stop watching. So I was like, okay, I guess we'll put this away. But I really enjoyed it. It's very good. I'd highly recommend it. Banagers. I don't think I was around when you were playing it. It's, yeah, you might not have been. It was... earlier this year, I think, right? Or was that last year? I don't know anymore. I think it was just me and Jet. Yeah, I think there were not a lot of people who seemed interested in it, but I honestly thought it was a fantastic game. But I you know, I like to play games that I want to play, but there's also a balance of like, if nobody else is like, if nobody else seems interested or nobody else is watching, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to, you know, I guess I can just play it on my own. You know, I can just do it off stream if I really want to play it. But, so that was one of those, but I do recommend it. I think it's a great game. So if you get, if those are all in a bundle, highly recommend. Little Gator game for sure is fantastic. I do want to finish the Drifter at some point. We never finished that. That was that point and click game. Land Party Adventures is coming out soon, like in the next week or two. And I really hope I get a code for it. I'm looking for something to scratch that Witcher 3 itch. I haven't really found my many games like that that I enjoy as much. What about it? What do you think would help scratch that itch? Wait, really? Little Gator game is getting new content at some point. I love that. That's wonderful. I think it deserves it. It was such a good game. I really wanted the plush that they made, but I decided not to get it. A very cute game. Reminded me a lot of A short hike. Which I loved. I loved the short hike. I wish I had... Let me see. Let me look at this list here. A short hike, highly recommend. It is a short game. We beat it in one sitting, but there's more that you can do than we did. But fantastic. I just thought it very, very cute, well written. Love it. Great story, likable characters, manageable combat, choices matter. I would say Banishers fits all of that. I have played Night in the Woods. I never finished it. I got pretty far into it and never ended up finishing it. We almost played it for Cat Week when I had a Cat Week. We haven't done an animal-themed week in a while. I need to unlock the rest of the emotes for a short hike. It was one of my first games. My boyfriend got me. I played it on my Switch, but I would pick it up again on Steam. So good. That was one of the most pleasantly surprising indie games I've played. A Night in the Woods, yeah. Yeah, it was well done. I liked it. Nightmare Eyes. Emotes? Girl, that was not the word. Achievements. Word, I got it. Don't worry. And I was so excited for the second game, but got so upset when I found out why it's not coming out. Yeah. For sure. I did hear about that. Mobile typing strikes again. It's mobile. I do it all the time, so I totally understand. I will also, I'm the type of person that I get ahead of myself while typing and will sometimes skip a word entirely because my brain is already like thinking about the next word. I wish I had. I don't know what emotes was instead of achievements. That's on me. I actually thought you meant like, because you know how you can get emotes for certain games on Steam? I thought that's what you meant initially. And so I was like, oh, I didn't know Short Hike had emotes. Apparently I've been following a lot longer than I thought. I guess I've been regular attending streams more the last few months. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember you've been around for a while. June 1st, 2023. But I'm glad that you've been here. I'm glad that you've been here as of late. It's been very cool to have you. My follow age doesn't work. You've been following since January 2021. I can tell just by clicking on your name. Let me see here. I kind of wish I had a weird game that would just be like a one-time thing. But I have so many games I'm like, oh, I want to play that, but I want to like, it's going to take more than one stream or like, oh yeah, Tangle Tower. Oh goodness. Tangle Tower is so good. I can't wait for the Mermaid's Mask. Put it on a wheel and spin. I think part of the problem, I think this is part of my problem, is I haven't figured out what we're going to be doing for the next little bit. So I feel like part of me is like, well, okay, but if we do, let's say we do Alan Wake next week, then I don't want to start something that's going to take a long time, you know? Like today, right? So like, and I haven't really been planning that out for a bit, and I probably should. I need to go back to doing that. That might help me a bit. If I actually sit down, because I used to make schedules. I used to make like actual schedules and post them, but now I don't do that anymore because I don't think anyone cared. But now looking back, I'm like, maybe that helped me. I can't believe it's been over 2 years. I wonder what I came into. I wonder if I can tell by context, because I can look at your earliest messages potentially. I wonder how far back this will go. Right now, it's just showing me frogs. It's showing me frog emotes from the Beat Gifters. Hold on. I think Alan Wake would be like a 3-stream game. Well, and I think I'm also going to play it on easy mode, so it might even be faster. Potentially. We've hit another wave of frog emotes. Yeah, there are a lot of frogs. Yeah, definitely not nightmare mode. We're gonna be playing it on easy. I think. Been hyped since I played the demo. Super excited for it. I haven't even played the demo. I'm like, I don't want to know anything about it. Like, I just want, because I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna play the demo and I'm gonna be like, I wish this was longer. Like, I wish I could play the full thing now. I do like it when I've seen some games do this where like it's a mystery game, but their demo is like not quite the main story. Like it's sort of almost like a spin-off or like a shorter story. I really like when people do that. It makes me happy. I remember when I played it on Nightmare, I only really struggled at 2 parts, really. Yeah, I feel like, well, so my thought is I want to sort of get through Alan Wake 1. I've heard some people say like some of the gameplay feels a little old and doesn't feel like you can tell that it's like a much older game. And so part of me is like, I want to play that on easy. Then we get to Quantum Break. We can play that normal. And then replay Control, because I love Control. And then we can play Alan Wake 2 on normal as well. I like reading the description of murder mystery books for the same reason. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, if I'm watching a movie trailer, and as soon as I realize I like this, and I want to watch this, I will immediately stop watching the trailer, like, midway through. Because I am so scared of, like, the trailer saying too much. Which happens a lot. By the way, Magical, I'm in 2024 right now. Oh, we've hit January of 2024. Oh. Okay. You came in to check out a game I was playing. Oh. Witcher 3 mentioned. I wonder what I was playing. Well, actually, we could probably figure that out. Hold on. Because we know the date you came in. Let's find out. How do I look up... date range. Aha. 2023, June 1st. I was playing Everdream Valley. You came in on me playing Everdream Valley, and you said, "Hello, I think you must have followed," and I probably said, "Are you playing this game? Are you interested in this game or something?" But you said, "Hello, I'm not, but I keep hearing about it and wanted to check it out. I'm waiting for it to come out on Switch." And then I assume I asked you what kind of games you play. And you said, "I like a lot of cozy, indie, and puzzle games. I'm currently playing Wildflowers and Disney Dreamlight Valley, but I also love Witcher 3 and Subnautica." And then you asked me if I'd played the Dark Pictures anthology. I'm crying again. I'm sorry. It's this song. It's because when you have to dodge, you have to think about where they're striking, because dodge doesn't... Oh, interesting. That's probably what it is. Do I have my emergency granola bar on my backpack, or do I wait the 2 hours and have a big snack? Yeah, eat the granola bar. I'm curious when the game was that what the game was when I first joined. You could probably figure that out. Dark Pictures when? I don't know. You guys would have to... That would have to be a reward for something. All right, Bear, let's see. Let's see if we can scroll up. Let's see if we can scroll up and find you. I just sit here scrolling and chatting. That's what I did while trying to get to the top of the list of Madrigal's messages. I just sat here while answering you guys, just sitting here, just scrolling up. That'll be your payment. But that was going to be one of our horror games. That was one of the ones you voted on. So I feel like it needs to be another reward thing. Dark Pictures so good. Yeah, as I'll say, I know Madrigal was one who added those to the suggestions list. Well, most of them. We'll make you and watch from the TV room. That's hilarious. That would be funny. Hold on. I'm in July of 2025. I have to get to April of 2024. Do. Oh, wait. April, can I actually just do this? What am I thinking? I can just do it from here. April 25th. I was playing Rebirth. I was already a ways in. That was... Does it tell me? Followers gained, -1. What part was this? Does it tell me the name of the stream? It doesn't. How does it not remember? Anyway, it was a good chunk into Rebirth. That doesn't make sense. I hadn't even started it. You remember you followed me because of like a Twitter post or something. Dark Pictures are... Wait, they are? You can play with a buddy? You can? What? I didn't know that. I feel like I watched that Twitch short, dropped a follow, and came back after you finished. Oh, maybe that's true. That could be true. There's a co-op horror game. Oh, I have seen that. I have seen that. It looks very adorable. I would love to play that with somebody, but that'd be fun. I wonder if, yeah, maybe you didn't message first. Hold on, let me go back to scrolling. Oh, here, there we go. I'd look up Everdream Valley. I have no memory of that game. I'm glad I found you though. That is hilarious. Yeah, it's like a farm sim game, which maybe if you were playing Wildflowers, maybe that's why, is you were like looking for another farm sim game or something. Okay, Baron, back to scrolling. Speaking of Rebirth, Daz needs to finish Rebirth. When Rebirth? I can't wait for the next Final Fantasy VII game. Oh, also, yeah, there does seem to, there's rumors of a Nintendo Switch Direct next week. So maybe there'll be some good game announcements. They're saying either the 11th or the 12th, maybe. Fairly positive that's next week. Sometimes it's funny going through like people's chats, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I don't remember that. Still sitting here with my wet jacket as if we don't have a dryer. Is it raining where you are? I do need to go back and finish some of Expedition 33. Like, I need to go back and do some of the, like, side bosses and stuff that I missed. So much to do. And yet, I don't know what to play. I'm still scrolling. It was pouring a few hours ago. We had been sitting in the car for like 7 minutes and the rain slowed for a second. Oh boy. Did you take that opportunity to run inside? Yeah, good. I'm still in 2025, Bear. I wonder how... Actually, I don't really know how it, like, keeps track of people's chats. And yes, with Dark Pictures, you can play solo or you can play with a buddy, and both of your decisions... Wait, really? Oh, that's wild. I didn't know that. That actually would be fun. I would love to get Wivey to play some of the We Were Here games with me. I've actually never played them, but have wanted to for a very long time. I've already gifted him the second game. I was like, play this with me. Play this with me, please. Those games are great. Yeah, I would love to play them. He likes puzzles. It would be fun. I would like, part of me is like, I wonder if it would be cool if we could play one before I go on my trip, because we've talked about maybe doing an escape room while I'm there. Daz, Lego, how do you feel about escape rooms? Because I've never done one, but I think I would like it. I think you had the Animal Crossing Fall background, And then after I started watching it changed. Well, if you were in February, I would have had my winter one. I would have had probably one of my Christmas ones. The escape rooms. Have you ever done an escape room? Do you like them? Do you hate them? What are your thoughts? Do you have thoughts on escape rooms? Never personally? Like you would never do one, or you've never done one? Lego likes them. Can Ralph come? I don't know. Part of me says I don't know if they would allow a dog inside, but I'm not positive. You've done 4, never done them Okay. Lego, do you like them? I mean, if you've done a few, I would assume, but you could have just been dragged along. Because I've never done one. I would like to do one. I'm good on couch when you go. No. I'll have to see if there's any nearby. Hold on, I'm still scrolling. I finally made it to April of 2025. I need to make it to a year. A year from now. I'm sure Sydney has some good ones. Part of me also just doesn't know how common, how common escape rooms are. Goodness, I don't know where it's pulling the chat history from, but it's actually slowing down my other chat. Like, because I think it's loading so much of previous comments that it's actually, so it must be pulling this from Twitch somewhere. But it's funny that they store chats, because like when you clip something after a week, it's like the chat logs have been deleted. Have they been deleted? I was gonna say, I don't know when, I don't know, how common escape rooms are, because we only have one here in Anchorage, and I don't think it's very popular, so I'm not sure how ever, you know. Okay, goodness, all of my chat just updated. I'm sorry. I think it's because I'm loading up a chat history a lot. So yeah, it's, my stream isn't stuttering, right? Or is it? Is it dropping frames? Because my internet browser is going. Look, okay, streams. Okay. It's loading chat in chunks. So I was like, and it's also telling me this page is slowing down. So, and it's because I'm trying to find this. Okay, but good. So I believe we actually have a hotel, Daz. I don't think we will need a place. But we are coming to your house, though. Biped could actually be a fun game for you and YV to play. I don't think I've heard of Biped. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a hotel, but we're coming over. If you'll have us, that is. I'm not inviting myself over. I think I resummoned the rain by talking about it. No! What is Biped? A co-op robot action puzzle game? That does sound fun. For me specifically, that's not true. That's not true. Biped. I'll look that up. I'm always down to play more games with YB. It's getting him to agree to play. Or any at all. You see, there we go. I watched the 2 people I mod for play it, and it was hilarious. I'll have to check it out. Of course not, but I like making you feel guilty when I can. Yeah. It's working. No. But no, I'm going to be sending you our like when I'm going to be, because so I get to Brisbane and there's then like oh, I didn't mention this. So I was planning on coming one day, but then I found out I could get cheaper tickets if I came in a day earlier. And so, because we had planned the trip-ish, I guess, yeah, people don't know any of this because I didn't talk to anybody about this while it was happening because I was like, I can't let them know until I make an announcement video. So for those who don't know, which is all of you, planning the trip, I was talking to Yvy because I was like, I want to make sure, because we were talking about doing this road trip, I was like, let's figure out when, what dates, and whatever, so that way I can get tickets and then figure out like when I need to get there, and that gives us time to then go on the trip and whatever. So we've planned that whole thing out. But I ended up figuring out if I come in a day earlier that I would, my flight would be way cheaper. And so, so there's going to be, like, I have an extra day where, before we were going to leave for my trip. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly when that is. But I will, Daz, I will send to you, when we're going on a road trip. So that way you guys can kind of figure out, like, when you guys either want to, like, come with us or do what or whatever. And then we can also figure out when we can come to you guys. Because we're going to hop around a little bit. Because we're going to be in Newcastle for a few days. Sydney for a night. And then Nelson Bay for the rest of it. So we're gonna be like in your area for a bit. By the way, Bear, I'm still scrolling. It's still, I've hit January of 2025. Oh, of course I mean, as long as Daz lets me. But I would love to give Ralphie a treat. I mean, none of these, but I know, but like, it's near you. It's, it's close to you. I've looked where you are. I mean, you didn't tell me your address, but like you told me the town. I know where you are. I know we're close. I know we're close. That's what we'll have to figure out, like, when we go to you, but yeah. I mean, unless you lied to me. I'm pretty sure you did. You didn't give me your address. You told me what town you're in. Can Jet give Ralphie a treat for us? I should have just said you gave me your address, just to scare you. Of course he owes Ralphie. Yeah, okay, good. Good. I always figure, I said yes, and then I was like, wait, I should have asked the owner before I say anything. Before I confirm, yes, I'm gonna give Ralphie treats. I know, he deserves some treats for sure. I also want Ralphie to like me, so like I feel like I should, like I want to appeal to Ralphie, and hopefully treats would help that, you know. Unbelievable. How does he get his paws on it? How does we need to secure your wallet? Or do you have like the Android version of Apple Pay set up? Is he just tapping your phone on a thing? What was I gonna say? Maybe the Alexa speaks dog. Oh, good point. Good point. But yeah, I'm checking. Yeah, you told me. I just checked our messages. You did tell me where you are. Again, unless you lied to me. Unless you lied to hide your address. He's got Paw Wave linked to my credit card's Pay Wave. That's adorable. That is adorable. I love it. Paw Wave. What was I gonna say? But yeah, we'll figure out some stuff. We'll figure out stuff to do. It'll be very fun. Hopefully we can also meet Lainey and App Cruiser as well. Meet all of you all. It'll be very fun. It'll be a good old time. It'll be weird. It'll be weird to be standing there in front of you. I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be it'll feel very surreal because you guys hear me from this mic also, you know, but then you're gonna be hearing my voice in person, which will sound weird. It'll sound different. You guys will sound different. You know? You will hear my voice reverberating throughout a room. The sound waves echoing off of the walls. And it's gonna sound different. And you're gonna be like, you are short. And I'm like, I know. I know, I told you. I've never hit it. By the way, I've hit 2024. Bear. They might say that. Yeah, they might. Because both Daz, Lego, and Yvy are almost all the same heights, I believe. Maybe an inch off from each other. But, so I'm going to be like, just a little guy. I'm just going to be just a little guy there. I'm probably Ralphie's height standing up. Happy old year. That's funny. I'm determined now, especially because now that I've made it to 2024, I'm like, all right, I have to see what Bear's first messages were. No, Bear, never apologize for chatting. It's a part of it, I think, is because I have two streams open. Like I have not stream. I have two chats open technically, because it's like going through your chat. I think it's like having to process double that. Double the chats. It's like hitting the Twitch servers, like loading chats. But don't worry, never apologize. Hour and a half to go, lads. Yeah, we're still going. We could be playing a game, instead we're doing this, and that's more fun. But yeah, I think it'll be strange. Like, again, what if I get to Australia and Daz doesn't like me? What if he's like, oh yeah, Jet is weird. Jet is a weird little guy. He's weird and he's short. I'm probably Ralphie's height if you stand him up, you know, like on his legs. Chatting has been nice, keeping me awake. Yeah, I enjoy chatting, even if it's chill. Daz is too nice to do that. That's fair. I agree. I hope so, anyways. It'd be a surprise if he was not. I can tell you he doesn't like those thoughts. Wait, doesn't like which thoughts? That he doesn't like me? But what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't? What if he doesn't like me? But you know, what if I'm like, I don't know. What if I'm just very unfunny in person? What if I'm like, I don't know, annoying, or I say something, or like, I don't know. What if I do something? Because I do stuff. Do I need to start sending you more videos of gaming friends meeting IRL? Maybe he doesn't like the puns. Are you that different off stream? I mean, not really, no. I'm a bit quieter, I think, in person, especially the first time. Especially the first time I meet people, I'm usually a little bit quieter. Because I'm like trying to get familiar with people, you know? You'll be so fine, don't even worry. I'm worried! I get this way with everyone, though. But what if he does like me? I don't know. See, that seems slimmer. The chances seem slimmer for that. I'm not as positive. I'm a positive person when it comes to other people. I'm not a very positive person when it comes to me. So he likes me and I'm an angry nut. Nah, you're very likable. We've seen you on stream and you're wonderful. Untune, welcome in. How are you? How have you been? I'm like this way with everyone, though. I feel like I will probably, like, it'll, much to, like, this isn't a good quality about me, but it's probably one of those things, like, up until the very end of the trip, I'll be like, I wonder if they like me. Oh, and they will have done nothing to make me think otherwise. But I will still be like, who knows? Maybe this was all an act. Good. Finished making dinner. What are you having for dinner? Or what did you have for dinner? Or currently having? I'll tell you everyone unless you like, you relax. Aw, Lego. That's very nice of you. I do appreciate the reassurance. Beef burritos. Nom 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 nom. I do love beef burritos. It's very tasty. What was I gonna say? I am actually, you know what? Something random I'm kind of excited about. I have a couple of hours in the airports, like layovers. I'm kind of excited to like walk around the airport and just see some things. I feel like I maybe even eat at like some fast food places that I haven't like seen, because we don't here in Alaska, we don't have all of the same fast food places that are in the lower 48. And so part of me is like, oh, I'll get to see what society is like right now. What has society been like for a while? We're so far behind in Alaska. I hope they were good. I like a burrito. Society is great now. Yeah, it's lies. What fast food places do we not have? Well, we've gotten more in the last little bit, but like, I mean, we don't have In-N-Out, which I know a lot of places don't, but we don't have In-N-Out, we don't have Chick-fil-A, we don't have, we just got a Sonic for the first time. We don't have Chipotle. We do not have a Checkers, that's for sure. We have more local places closer than most fast food. Here it's oftentimes a logistical thing. Like, I've heard, I don't know like why Sonic took so long to get up here, but like because their food is like all right, but like I've heard that like Chick-fil-A, for example, is like they try not to freeze their chicken. So, but the thing is, we're so far away from like a chicken farm, or like one that would be able to provide one for a fast food restaurant, that they would have to freeze the chicken in order to get it up here. So there's like, that's part of the reason why there's not one here in Alaska. In-N-Out, I don't know why, but we don't have Chipotle. That's also one where I'm like, I think Chipotle's okay. I don't think it's as great as like people say. IMO. It's also getting more expensive. Also, ads are about to play, and I'm all out of snoozes. But we're gonna keep going. Chipotle is fine. Yeah, it's just fine. Like, it's not a bad option, but it's sort of like, it's expensive, but and I keep, because granted, the last time I went to Chipotle was like, probably 14, 15 years ago, something like that, before I moved up to Alaska. So, prices have changed, but I've heard, recently even that like that they're getting even more expensive. I mean, with how the economy is and everything. But yeah, it's fine. Also, this may be a hot take. I am more of a fan of quesadillas than I am a burrito. Give me a quesadilla instead. And Chipotle, last I went to, did not have a quesadilla, or maybe they have one, but it's on like the kids menu or something. But I want like an adult quesadilla. I can agree with that. I like it. I like the like crispy, because anytime I get a quesadilla, I usually ask them if they'll like overcook it just a little bit, so that way the tortilla is a bit like crispier, and I love that. I also generally like hot meals over like a cold meal or a warm meal, and I find that like a quesadilla, like I like the very melted cheese and all that, so I'll take anything with an assortment of meat, rice, and cheese. I mean, fair. That it's hard to beat. It is just delicious. There was a place, I think this is limited to Texas though, called Freebirds. Delicious. Pizza Chef, delicious. Freebirds is better than Chipotle. It tastes much better. The ingredients seem fresher. And also, their portion sizes are ridiculous. I never got any of their burritos because they have quesadillas, and the quesadillas are so good. But they have, I would look up a picture of this, but they have a monster-sized burrito that's literally like this big. It is wild. He doesn't like potato-based things unless it's something crazy, like ice cream. Qdoba. I was actually, you know what? I was just thinking about Qdoba. Do we have Qdoba? We do have Qdoba here. Also, what's funny is, do you guys have Moe's? Is Moe's still around? I thought about Moe's earlier this stream when Bear said, not the Joeys. Because, Moe's has a menu item called a Joey bag of donuts. And I think of that for some reason when I think of baby kangaroos. There are Popeyes. There is at least one. I don't know if there's two. I've been to it once. It was not good. And I honestly don't remember. I don't know if that's because of Popeyes or if it's because ours is not very good. Are there people in Alaska? Are you a Popeyes fan? I find their biscuits to be drier than the Sahara. I feel like it's just, I need water after taking a bite of their biscuits. I blame Popeyes for all the weight I've gained. Popeyes is good but expensive. I've only been I had Popeyes when I was little, very little, and I actually remember really liking it. But I had this Popeyes some years ago, and I was like, oof. But again, I don't know if it's because this place is bad, or maybe if just my tastes have changed or something. Love Popeyes. What was I gonna say? But Sonny, I don't actually really like, because a lot of people are like KFC or Popeyes. I don't really like KFC either. I like Raising Cane's when it comes to fried chicken. In fact, I got Raising Cane's last night. I miss Zaxby's because their plain chicken was actually safe for me to eat. I've had Zaxby's before. I just discovered Raising Cane's. I love it. I think it's great. It's simple. They don't have a lot on their menu, but I recommend. I think their chicken is very tasty. Their fries grew on me. You definitely have to eat the fries as fresh as possible. But yeah, their fries are just they can become okay very quickly. I don't think I've been to KFC. I find it okay. I think it's fine. It's not great. I have seen apparently like it's very popular, and we were talking about this the other day because I was like, I feel like I don't hear people talk about going to KFC, but it seems to be incredibly popular. I know some of the Aussies go to KFC quite often, and I'm always like, that's interesting to me because I don't know. It's been years since I've been. I know I've been to KFC since being in Alaska, but I really like mashed potatoes, and I think their mashed potatoes are not great. They're very like they don't like taste very fresh to me. They don't taste. They just kind of taste like cloud, you know. They're just like a soft, like I'm eating a soft cloud, but tasteless. I had Zaxby's when I used to visit my ex down south. It's okay, but the sauce carries. So cane sauce is a thing. Cane sauce is good, and their chicken is always moist, which normally doesn't happen with fast food. Yeah, the cane sauce is like what people rave about. I actually think the sauce is okay. Like I only put a little bit. I only like dip just a tiny bit. I love Mad Max and Red Rooster. I am excited to maybe try some of these places Lego. Like, because we don't have any of those places here. I've heard about GYG. I mean, I hear mixed things about it. Some people say it's okay, some people love it, so I don't know. KFC, very popular here. Yeah, it seems to be, which part of me is curious. It could be that your KFC is better than ours, like ingredients wise. Because I know there's like food regulation stuff that is different. And so it's possible that like y'all's KFC is just better. There was also somebody who said, I don't remember who it was, but they said recently they had another fast food place that's from here, and they said that it wasn't as good. And part of me was like, maybe it's that over there, that one's not very good, but over here it is. So I don't know. KFC hasn't been really good since I was in high school. Yeah, it just, I don't know. KFC is very mid to me. But Raisin Cane's sort of changed things for me. Culver's is the worst mashed potatoes I've ever had, really. I've heard of Culver's. I don't think I've ever eaten there. Lego doesn't like GYG. Wendy's just started opening in Australia. That's right. Have you had it yet? Wendy's, to me, is not bad. It's not bad. I like their spicy chicken sandwich. Their fries can be hit or miss. They're sort of a thicker cut. And sometimes I feel like they don't cook them all the way. And so it's just like, it's like the outside of it will be crispy and hot, but the inside of the fry is like not done. I think it's only, okay. But yeah, Wendy's is like, it's not bad. I like it better than McDonald's. I'd put it better at McDonald's. I will say, Bear, if you go to Raisin Cane's again, I used to get the lemonade there, but I've stopped because it makes my heart race. I'm a big fan of places that serve breakfast all day. I do love a good breakfast. I'm also excited for, oh, that's not good. Yeah. I feel like every time I would have their lemonade, afterwards, I would feel like my heart just kind of like really beating. And I was like, is it the chicken? Is it like something I'm eating? But then no, I think it's the lemonade. And I don't know if they just have a lot of sugar in it or something, but so I've stopped having it. I've just been getting water there now. Also, it seems if you get a water, the combo is cheaper. So I'm like, okay, I'll save some money. Even if it's like 50 cents. We do have an Auntie Anne's. We have one in the mall. I don't breakfast in the morning because I'm way too tired for that, but breakfast for dinner, amazing. I do like a good breakfast for dinner. I typically don't have a big breakfast most days. Well, one, I don't typically have breakfast, but if I'm going to have breakfast, it's not typically too big unless it's like a special thing. I think I've had to learn if I'm going to have breakfast, I need to be awake for a little bit before I have breakfast, because if not, if I like wake up and then immediately start eating, or like eating within 30 minutes, my stomach doesn't like that. It does not like. Remember, there's a lot less sugar and everything here, so stuff is going to taste quite different. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I actually don't eat a ton of sugar, usually, so I should be fine. I am sure there's going to be some things that where I'm like, oh, this is like not very, This does taste different. But yeah, I am sure part of me is actually kind of like, I want to just have McDonald's one day just to see like if I can taste much of a difference. So I'm sure I will. When I went to Japan, I had McDonald's to do the same thing. And I was like, oh yeah, this tastes very different. It tastes better than what we have here. Love Auntie Anne's, but they got real expensive. I remember, so Raph, Ross GTD, he's mentioned Auntie Anne's because I guess they had them in Singapore, and he mentioned it once, and I was like, I wonder if I can bring it over. I can't. Now watching border security, I know I can't bring Auntie Anne's into the country. They're gonna lock me up. They're gonna lock me up for bringing pretzels in. Sir, you can't bring pretzels on a plane. But the only time I have big breakfast is on vacation. I am actually looking forward to a breakfast. I feel like it'll feel special because I just don't have breakfast ever. So like, even just having like a decent breakfast, I'll be like, ooh, this is great. I love that. I do want to make burgers at some point. I need to figure out when I'm gonna do that. I want to grill some burgers. My burgers, because my burgers are special. Oh, that's you're right, Lego. I don't know why I forgot about that. They do actually serve pretzels on planes. I guess customs would be more upset, wouldn't they? You can't bring these pretzels on a plane. What did you have for breakfast, Toon? But I want to make my burgers. I've been told that I had a friend who told me that my burgers were their favorite burgers in the state of Alaska. Not to brag, but so I want to make burgers at some point. If you buy it at the airport, can you take it? No. I could eat it on the plane, probably. Actually, if I buy food in the airport, can I take it on a plane? Will they allow me to? Pancakes with eggs, salsa, hash browns, and chicken sausage. That sounds delicious. You can only take the ones that are in airplane mode. Exactly. On the plane should be fine. Okay. That's interesting. That's good to know. That's good to know. I forget certain things like this because it's been so long since I've been on a plane. Jets on a plane. Side note, do you guys like, when you have sausage, if you're someone who eats sausage, do you like the ones that are like in the casing or like the patty more? I personally like a sausage patty. Prefer those. I think they taste better for some reason. It was, that meal carried me through the whole day. And that sounds absolutely nom 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 nom. I love all of those things. But that's good to know. Just in case I'm like walking through the airport, I'm like, I hope there's a Chick-fil-A in one of the airports, so that way I can maybe eat it. It will be like 15 years since I've had Chick-fil-A, so. And if it's around, it shouldn't be around the morning, I don't think. But I love a good chicken biscuit. I live for the chicken biscuit. Those were delicious. Those were the days. But by the way, Bear, I'm in July of 2024. I'm good with either, but a patty is usually for a bagel sandwich or something. What's a chicken biscuit? It's like a chicken sandwich except for, because we call biscuits different things. Ours is like the layered thick bread stuff. So it's like, hold on. I'll show you a picture. This is a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit. These. So it's like our biscuit bread with a chicken in the middle. That's it. There's nothing else on it, but it's so good. I think Chick-fil-A's chicken is very good. But the biscuit tastes nom nom as well. I think it's good. That looks gross. No, it's delicious. You don't know. You don't know, Lego. It is. You can get addicted to those. People have been sent to rehab. Maybe. I don't know if that's true. But I would not doubt it. If someone told me that, I would believe them. Wait, hold on. I have a Southern chicken biscuit spot in Expan. Oh, that sounds so good. So good, but it's only open 7 to 2. Yeah. I hate that you can only get chicken. Well, again, it doesn't matter because I don't live near a Chick-fil-A. But I think you can only get them while they serve breakfast, which is like 10, I think. Or 11 or something. Maybe 10. I remember it was too early. It's so good, Lego. It's good with water. I can't have biscuit with chicken. My brain won't allow me. But do you guys have biscuits like that over there? Because I know, like, biscuits to you guys are, like... cookies, right? Is that right? Ours is like, I don't know how to describe like what our biscuit is. We have biscuits, but not bread biscuits. Yeah, this is like a bread biscuit. I don't know if you are a chicken and waffles person, but there is a big difference between a Pennsylvania chicken waffles and a Southern one. What is the difference? I do like chicken and waffles. There is a chicken and waffle place. I don't know if they're still around. But I do like it. I went to it pre-2020, pre-COVID. And so I don't know if they made it. I don't know if they made it out alive. No one's mentioned it recently, so. But I do like chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles are nom nom. If I was a better chef, I would definitely do like a American cultural night where I like make a whole bunch of like American stuff. I'd make you guys pumpkin pie and biscuits and I don't know what else. I'd make you guys a Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe that's what I would do. The only pie I love pumpkin pie. I actually have thought about seeing if there are any pie shops in Australia that would make a pumpkin pie, because I'm sure they can. I hate. Well, have you had a pumpkin pie? Interestingly, pumpkin pie does not typically have pumpkin in it. Did you guys know that? Like when you buy pumpkin pie filling, most of it is not pumpkin. It's like other gourds. It's like squash and some other stuff, I think, from what I've heard. I've never seen a pumpkin pie before. They're good. Have you ever had like a pumpkin spice latte? A PSL. In Pennsylvania, it's more of like a chicken stew. that has vegetables and is served over waffles. Interesting. I was surprised when I moved down south to find fried chicken. Yeah, I like then the southern style. I don't know. I have never had the Pennsylvania style. You got to get little pumpkins and bake them down. We do. It's like a smooth, creamy pie. Yeah, I love it. I don't drink coffee. It's gross. Don't think they even sell them here. I'm surely they. I know you guys have Starbucks. I don't really like Starbucks. But I don't mind a pumpkin spice latte. I'm sure you guys have to have some PSLs. The irony though is like when they're popular here, it's going to be like spring or summer for you guys. So I actually like Pennsylvania chicken and waffles a little bit more just because it's heartier. Interesting. I've never heard of that. Also, Bear, I've reached the top of your chat history. I have found you are correct. You did not chat the first stream you were here. Your first chat was May 22nd. Let's see what we were playing. May 22nd, we were playing the Payne Creek Killings. And then we did Crow Country the next day. Yes. So, and if you'd like to know, you chatted twice on May 22nd, and then you didn't come back until June 12th. Or you didn't say anything till June 12th. So you took time to decide. So you came in during the Payne Creek Killings. You said two things. You said, can't agree, love the cold. And then the next thing you said a minute later was, I went to Anchorage for vacation once and I loved it. And then you didn't say anything until June 12th. June 12th, we were playing. It was, we were doing Steam Next Fest, so I was playing a bunch of demos. We did Uncle Chop's Something Shop, Grun, Farlands, Cat Fee Time, Fira the Sundered Tribes. Oh, we tried to play that. I didn't. Goblin Cleanup and Farewell North. But you spoke more that time. You said announcement, coefficient pause. I downloaded a few demos myself. I played Munch, lol. Then you did the eye emojis. And then you did the coefficient cat dance. And that was it. And then you were back 2 days later for more demos where we played Mythract, The Operator, The Altars, and Fruit Bus. Then you were back in July. And then in July 6th, I think this was the turning point for you. We were talking about Delicious in Dungeon. And then you chatted a lot more that day. And then you were back the next day, it looks like. That was it. It was Delicious in Dungeon. That's what brought you here. I was looking at, I know it took us a while. Wait, Starbucks is quite rare here. Maybe only in the capital cities. Really is. So, I wonder, do you guys not have Starbucks in Sydney? I know you don't live in Sydney, but like I know that's like the closest big city. And you play Crow Country. It's very good. I enjoyed it. Very, very good game. That was like an hour. I know. Only one more hour to go. I'm so hungry. I did play Munch, and then I never left. The Operator, also fantastic. Starbucks, that's actually, the same thing happened in Alaska. We have 2 Starbuckses here. They are not very popular. Alaska tends to prefer smaller local shops. I think part of that is because it takes a long time for like bigger restaurants and chains to come up to Alaska. So I think Alaskans just got very used to having like mom and pop shops and local restaurants and whatever. So when the bigger companies moved up here, they're just not as popular. Also, Starbucks is not as good. It's just not very good coffee. IMO. I do not like Starbucks. Apparently you guys do well, in Sydney, there are a few Starbucks. Looks like there are some near the Opera House, which would maybe make sense because it's like that's probably a very touristy part of the city. And so there's probably a lot of like Americans, I'd imagine, who are like, I've got to have my Starbucks. You know? We are big on cafes and more traditional coffee. Yeah. I feel like that would make sense. Do you have Applebee's? We have one Applebee's here in Anchorage. That's quite smart of them. Yeah, I would imagine though. I'm saying that's where they seem to be mostly, is like the Sydney Harbor area. But I do not care for Starbucks. I do not plan to have Starbucks while I'm there. I do need coffee, but I probably won't, you know. Applebee's is okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my fave. Starbucks gift cards and coffee mugs are the most common gift I get as an educator. I have never used the gift cards. They either get regifted or just hanging out in my wallet. Yeah. They're like, I don't know. I find like, they're just smaller coffee places that do coffee better. And so I'd rather spend money there. And also Starbucks is very expensive. So you can get cheaper coffee elsewhere and that probably tastes better. In Alaska, we have a lot of coffee huts that look like little houses that are on the side of the roads. And you just drive up to them and they're like small enough where it's like 1 or 2 people fit inside and they make coffee. And they're so good. They're better than probably anything you could get at like a Starbucks. People have their favorite huts. And so, I don't know. I had one, but mine closed down, unfortunately. I think they were in a bad location. I don't drink coffee and it's always so packed in there anyway. That's fair. I didn't really drink coffee until I started drinking white mochas. And now I'm like, that's all I need. It's all I need. But I have heard Australians are very picky about their coffee. And that seems to be true. From like the little bits I've heard, it sounds like there's a lot of opinions. The coffee drinkers have a lot of opinions on it. But I am not very like picky, or I'm not very like snooty about it. I don't really like very bitter coffee. I need a little bit of sweet in it, but I don't know. I'm lucky I don't like coffee. I don't have the dental health for it. Fair. Also true. I never really tried it. I didn't grow up around coffee drinkers, so I get my caffeine in other ways. Yeah. I didn't like coffee until like my late 20s, I think. Like, I remember one of the first times I had coffee because I was tired and I hated it. And I was just like, but I need this because I am falling asleep at work. So I drank it, but I had so much sugar in it just to like be able to stomach it. But now, white chocolate mochas, they're the way to go. They do have espresso in it, so it's not just like a chocolate drink. But I make mine at home. And I love it. I think it tastes nom. So that's typically what I get. That's why the other day I was like, do coffee shops in Australia serve white chocolate mochas? And some of them do, so. Energy drinks, I've actually never had an energy drink. I've only, I mean, like, I'll have, like, Coke or something, which, you know, has caffeine, but I've never had, like, a Red Bull before. YV has a famous story of when he went to, it was something in high school, they went to, like, do bowling or a skating rink or something, and he had 5 mothers, which I guess is a energy drink in Australia. He had 5 of them because they were like $1 while at the rink or something. And he said that his heart started beating so fast that he started to get like scared. And he also like almost pooped himself on the bus or something. You'll be having a V while you're here. When I was a kid, I used to drink a lot of Monsters and Nas. Yeah, I haven't had a Monster or Nas. 5, yeah, he had 5. That's a heart attack waiting to happen. Yeah, his story of it is so funny because he's just like he talks about like how his heart started like feeling like it was beating like irregularly and stuff, which is scary. That's not a funny thing, but it's like now that he's fine. So I've said the other day I was like, I'm gonna have 5 of them while I'm there so I can feel what you felt. He was like, you're going to die. I like tea, and I do the V8, sparkling ice, and Crystal Light, all without a caffeine. Ooh. On the can, it says 1 per day maximum. Oh my goodness. Good thing he was like, 5 is insane. Yeah, I know. At least that, like, maybe the only way he survived that was because he was doing something active, and he was also fairly active growing up anyway, so like maybe that's why his heart was able to handle it, but I know, that is dangerous. But yeah, he had 5 of them within like, you know, while they were at like a school function, like they, again, like a, not a road trip, like a field trip, there we go. 20-year-old died of a heart attack for them before. Oh yeah, there are stories of that as well here, of like football players or like drinking a bunch right before a game and then their heart giving out or whatever. He's still 24. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm like, that's part of the reason why I don't drink them. It's like, not that I wouldn't drink more than I should, but I'm just like, I don't know. I already have anxiety. I don't know I don't know how my heart would take it if I had something that got me juiced up. I've never taken like pre-workout before or anything because I'm just like, do I like sour? I do like sour things. I like lemon flavored things. I love lemon desserts. So I like sour. I like sour stuff. A good lemon dessert is nominal. I love it's a slice of cake that has like lemon on it, or lemon, like a lemon meringue pie is also very good. You like V then? It's green apple flavored with a slight sour kick. Interesting, maybe. We'll see. Again, I don't know if I want to have an energy drink. I don't know if I want to go down that road. What if my heart gives out while I'm in Australia? You know, I don't think I could handle that. I tried a 5-hour energy once. It made me sick to my stomach. Oh gosh, yeah, those seem wild. A pour a sip into a can. Okay, I'll take that. Haven't tried other energy drinks. Into a cup. Yes. Haven't tried other energy drinks like Monster and such. 5-hour energy, that is like wild, because that's like those little things. But those are just like what like truckers drink to like power through a drive or whatever. Yeah, those are super. Yeah, that is intense. That'll be wild. That would be wild to have. But yeah. But yeah, it'll be fun. There's gonna, I mean, like, There's honestly so much. I don't want to just eat fast food. I know we've just been talking about that. I would love to try, like, I don't know, just some good stuff you guys have, you know. That would be nice. A good pizza. I do love pizza, so like a good pizza would be excellent. No Domino's, please, while I'm there. I can get Domino's here. I'd love to have, like, again, I've mentioned fish and chips. I want a good fish and chips while I'm there. What else? What else? Just plenty of food. I also would love to, I mean, I don't know. I've never really had fast food pizza. Like, I mean, do you consider Domino's fast food? Or like Little Caesars? I would consider that like fast food pizza. Even though they're not like that fast, you know. You still have to wait 30 minutes for it, but well, Little Caesars you don't. You can just pick it up. Hot and ready. I've thought about, so I have not had much pizza in the past year-ish, because even though it's my favorite food, because anytime I've been like, I want pizza, I would instead like put money towards the trip, or like buy something for the trip instead. I have been thinking, I was like, maybe I should get Moose's Tooth before I go. Just in case I die. Just in case I die on the plane. I should probably have pizza before I go. Is that weird? Is that weird that I think about that? I'm just like, well, maybe, maybe I should have something very good before I go, just in case I die on the way, because then that would be a shame, you know? Then withholding myself from very good pizza just because of the trip, but then I die on the trip, so I don't get to have pizza there. So, like, sorry, commercial places, that's fair. Yeah, they're okay. Like, I used to have like Domino's and Pizza Hut and whatever all the time, but now that I have Moose's Tooth and it's my favorite pizza place here, I'll have that instead. For a while I thought Little Caesars was bad because everyone said it was bad, but I tried it, it's not bad. They have some good things. I actually like their, and I don't know if they still have this, but they have like a Detroit style like deep dish pizza. That one's not bad. It's not terrible. I think some of the hot and readies are like a little bit more cardboardy than I would like, but for the price that you get them for, it's sort of like not bad, I would say. Like it's pretty decent. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks about stuff like that. I do miss just being able to pick up a pizza quick. If I want pizza, I have to make it by hand with special sauce. Oh, that's true. Yeah, because of your dietary stuff. Yeah, that's fair. I have more local pizza places closer than commercial ones. Yeah, and I feel like they sometimes are much better, in my opinion. Luckily, we have a local pizza place called Kate and Al's. It's so good that it's been in the news multiple times on the Food Network. No way. That's delicious. That sounds delicious. Okay, we did go to Pizza Hut when I was younger. Yeah. Same. We also had, excuse me, growing up near me, we had a chain called Cece's Pizza, or as I like to call it, Feces Pizza. It was not very good. Like, it made me sick every time. Like, the pizza gave me a headache. Like, legitimately. That's how, like, there was something in it flavor-wise that I did not like. Like, it wasn't even like an allergy. It was like there's something about like the sauce or the cheese or something that just did not, like, it did not sit well with me every time I went. Yo, CC's. Yeah, I did not like. I don't know. I know my friends loved CC's. I was not a fan. Make a pizza Sicilian style. Ooh, Sicilian style pizza. No. I am so sleepy right now. I wish I brought my gum. Need to get some. Need to get some monsters. Yeah, I love. Well, and so Moose's Tooth. And this is why I said that I might like Australian pizza, because I think Lego yesterday or maybe the day before or recently said that Australian pizza has a lot of toppings typically. Moose's Tooth has a lot of toppings. And I think that's what makes them very good. So maybe I would like. But I just love pizza, TBH. And sharing pizza with people, even better. Get some breadsticks or garlic knots or something. Nom 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 nom. Give me that. I want it. Love me some pizza. Love me some za. So I want to get some good za while I'm there. But if there's any places that you're like, I'm not jealous at all. If there's any places that are like, these are must-go-to places while you're in the area, then I want to go there. I want to try that. I want to see what it's all about. You know? I want to see what it's all about. I wonder, do you guys have Yelp? Is Yelp popular in Australia? Let's look. Or is it just a US thing? Newcastle is listed on here. They do have stuff. Ooh. Maybe on my deathbed, if I know I'm getting a last meal, it can't make me sick if I don't live that long. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, it could be. Get some nice pizza. Is it the garlic that's in the sauce, Metrical? That was maybe a little dark. No, I feel like that's like the stuff I say. Gotta check on my mom. If you're not on when I get back, then good night. I mean, who knows? We might start a game. Just kidding. We probably won't, I think, at this point. I think today just ends up being a chatting stream, everybody. I don't know if that's surprising to you or not. Oh. I'm looking at, I searched on Yelp where the area that Lego and Daz live. There looks like there's some good food places around. And let me tell you, sauce without garlic is significantly more expensive than sauce with. Expensive. Yes. I was like, expansive. But yeah. I do know where I mean, not like exactly. I know the area in which you live. I'm looking at it on a map. I can't say the name of any of these places because a lot of these places have the name of the town in it. So. Or at least the ones that are like higher up on the list anyways. Never really tried much around here. There seems to be some good places. Or at least the pictures of their food look good. How far is Newcastle? Not very. not too bad. It ain't too bad. It tastes the same. Same thing with garlic-free ketchup. Tastes the exact same, just more expensive. Oh, I see. Look at... Ooh, okay. Oops. I did not mean to pin that. Yes. Where are you? Ooh. Oh yeah, there's a lot of places here. Oh, they have a grilled there. I've heard about grilled. I think this is the burger place. Yeah. I've heard grilled is very good. Mad Mex? Weren't you were talking about Mad Mex? Right? Yes, I was. Yeah, you said you really liked Mad Mex. Also, what a great name. So yum. I don't mind a burrito, as we were talking about. It's also funny. It's so Gloria Jeans, is that originally an Australian coffee shop? Because we have them here. I gotta lock in and get shift notes done. Yell at me if I'm chatting. All right, Kent. Get your work done. My 11-ounce bottle of ketchup is $9. Yeesh, Madrigal. The sushi train upstairs is the best Korean fried chicken too. Ooh. Is the sushi train? Is that like a like? I heard sushi, Emmers. Emmers, I'm surprised you're awake. Is that like a sushi conveyor belt place? Oh, you have a 3-day weekend? No way. That's amazing. So you have tomorrow off? Love that. Oh, that's so cool. I've been to one place like that before. That's amazing, Emmers. That's so fun. What are you gonna do? Anything fun planned? I need to find... I want to see something. My first sushi conveyor belt in Minneapolis, loved it. Oh, it's so fun. It's such a novelty to be like, look, it's moving around. We'll also take you to the entrance. Ooh. For the best fish and chips? There is an Apple barbecue festival. We go. Oh, that's right. That's this weekend. That's so fun. Yeah, you've mentioned it a few times before. That's so good. Oh, is the entrance... Is that like a part of town? Is that what... Like it's an area. Oh. Scripted for the first time last year because of Human's Bag. Ah, the suburb. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's not what I was expecting. That's cool, though. What a name for a suburb. The entrance. It sounds so mysterious. Is it mysterious? Yeah, please do. I'd love to see some. Yeah, it's very confusing to people who don't know it. It's like, what? You're the entrance to what? Yeah, the entrance to what? Yeah. That's very funny. A side note, I have seen, so ibis, the bird, right? Is that the bird? The ibis? Aren't they're also known as bin chickens, correct? Okay. Why is there a hotel chain called the Ibis? Do they get made fun of? It seems like a bad name for your hotel. Who knows? It, like, I would imagine you would get, like, bad press for being called the Ibis. I've actually, like, I've seen, as I've been, like, booking hotels and stuff, I would see it and I'd be like, I'm not gonna stay there. They're named after that chicken. I know I know it's not actually a chicken, but like, I'm like, they're named after that bird people don't like. Why would I stay there? Because actually I see at the entrance, there is an Ibis hotel, or one of their locations. They're like a chain, I guess. But I'm like, I'm not staying at the Ibis. Who do you think I am? Silly bird? Yeah. I'm no bird. I'm not gonna stay there. So anyway. That sounds nom nom. I'm down. I do see best beaches. I'm excited about some beaches. Yeah, I'm typically not a beach person at all because I can't swim, but I really want to see. I want to go to the beach. I want to see it. I want to has beach. Oh. I mean, I can't swim at all. Like, I can't even doggy paddle. So, like, I shouldn't get into the water. I think I'm going to at least, like, go waist deep, maybe. Maybe not even that. But I'll at least, I'll dip my toes in. Left hand straight. Up. Don't wave around. Oh, that's like if you need help? I was like, how does this help me swim? I thought you were giving swimming pointers. There's time to take a few swimming lessons. I don't know. Helps you live, yeah. If I start drowning, I'll try to remember that. That means I need help. You see, I said that too, and Wivey was like, no, you won't get pulled in. He was very adamant about it. He was like, you're not gonna get pulled in. He was like, if anything, it'll push you to the side. And I was like, but how? But he just float and it'll bring you back. I can't, I don't know if I can float. I don't think I can. Maybe you guys will have to give me lessons. And then buy me fish and chips if I do a good job. You guys can create a wall, a human wall, to like keep me from being taken away. Niza no further. You step off a sandbar when you are waist deep and you could be in trouble. True. I am also very short. See, that's what I said, but Wivey was like, he's like, you have nothing to worry about. You're not gonna get pulled away. Maybe he wants me to get pulled away. Just kidding. Maybe this is a trap. Have I considered that? Maybe he'll hold your hand, maybe. Probably, if I'm, like, panicking. Ooh, okay. I'll hold your hand. Thank you, Lego. Thank you, Lego. Yeah, that way I don't fly off. You aren't missing much between knees and waist deep. Might as well be comfortable. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a shark will get me. I don't want the rays to get me either. Grew up at the beach? That's fun. It seems like, I don't know. I'll definitely spend a lot, or not a lot of time, but I'll definitely spend some time on the beach for sure. We were chatting about it. Neither a shark nor a ray is going to get to you. Maybe. We don't know. I did not play a game. We've just been chatting. I just didn't know what I wanted to play, and then here we are. You know? And then here we are. I just wasn't really feeling anything. We have drones in our area who look for sharks and alert everyone. Oh, that's dope. That's actually very cool. Again, we do plan on going to the shark place in Newcastle. The Shark and Ray experience. So, Lego and Daz, if you want to come with us. If you want to touch a shark. I brought my Switch with me. Oh, I was playing Story of Seasons. I've heard that one's very good. Don't swim alone. Don't swim at dawn. Oh, for sure. I'm not getting to the water alone. I will likely not. I will not go to the beach by myself. Depends on working. That'd be fun. That'd be very fun. Get to touch a shark. We get to put on wetsuits and maybe get eaten by a shark. I already know that if like one of the people who work there like, do you have any questions? I'm gonna be like, what do I do if I get eaten? How do I up my chances of survival? You're not getting eaten by a nurse shark. He could be hungry. I've definitely broken those rules, but at a river, I see the foolishness now that I'm an adult. If you swim in a lake near me, you might meet a bull shark. No, thank you. Now, if you go play with a tiger shark, there's a chance. I know that you're supposed to, like, grab its gills and punch them in the eye or the nose or something. But, you know. If I'm with people and, you know, the nurse shark just, like, envelops me, I want you guys to at least try to save me. Give it at least try for like 3 to 5 minutes. And then if you can't get me, then, you know, just leave me to the ocean. Nurse sharks are so sweet. For now. Now, from watching the Lifeguard in Australia show, what terrifies me, there's the jellyfish. I have heard of that. I was like, what happens if I'm walking on the beach and like I step on something? You can't see them? They're hiding. This sounds familiar. Gateway Galaxy. Is this maybe, I don't know what this would be from. This album is like from a mix of different games. There are 0 recorded incidents of unprovoked attacks on humans by nurse sharks. But what if I look at it wrong and it thinks I'm provoking it? You're not going to be the first. Is it Mario Galaxy? Okay, I was curious about if it might be. We have box jellyfish. I've heard of that. Yeah, I'm sort of like, what if I step on something? Or we're walking on the beach and I see a blue ringed octopus and I'm like, hey guys, look what I found. And you guys are just like, just like no expression, just looking at me. Jet, put that down. Don't pick up stuff. We know what to look for? Okay. I'm gonna wear boots. Just so I don't step in anything. I'm gonna wear some wellies into the ocean. So that way I don't step on anything weird. Just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. I've been on the beach thousands of times. If you manage to die from going there once, I'd be impressed. I don't know, I do feel like I'm prone to death. I am susceptible to death. You know? Oh, I can turn off my Steam Deck. I've just had it open as if I'm gonna play something. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. We're just gonna chat. We'll probably chat for like 10 more minutes or something, and then we can call it. It should be fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. You should shuffle your feet a bit as you walk. It will scare off anything in the sand before you step right on it. Oh, that's good. Good tip. Good tip. It'll be a good time. I'm laying in bed like I'm going to nap. Like I'm going to nap. It hasn't happened. Just we're too interesting. We've been too interesting for you. I'm excited though. 36 days. That's not a lot of time. It's technically well, no. Well, actually, yeah, it still is 35 days. It's 35 days to the Australians because you guys are a day ahead. But 36 days until our last stream before my trip. 10 more minutes is about the rest of my shift. Excellent. We'll go till then. Yes, we'll have one final hurrah before I go. I'll try. I need to sit and plan stuff, but I've been like just getting everything together for the trip, so I haven't thought about it. But I'd like to have Australians on if possible. Does it help you to think it's 864 hours? That does sound like a lot. Should it be some nice weather when you get here? That'd be nice. Maybe high 20s. That'll still be warm for me, but you guys definitely get warmer. So yeah. I'll need to drink a lot of water. Make sure I stay hydrated. 20 seems cold. If it was Fahrenheit, it's gonna be. Is it like 80 or something? No, it's 68. Oh, that's much lower than I thought it'd be. That's my bad. I don't know my conversions. I've actually thought about that also. I was like, I need to maybe brush up on my conversions. I mean, I could use my phone, but I feel like if someone's like, yeah, it's about 80 feet away, I want to be like, I don't want to have to be like, what is that in? Oh, wait, no, they wouldn't say feet. They would say meters or something. And then I would be like, what's that in feet? Anyway. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. The thing is I am used to Alaska weather, which is much colder. Apparently, in the United States, Alaskans are the state with the highest chance of getting a heat stroke in other places, because I guess we're so, like, you know, cold temp. So I use the opposite drink sometimes. Trick. 5 minutes seems like enough time to accomplish X amount of tasks, but thinking it's 300 seconds doesn't sound like a lot of time. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot. That's a good trick. That's the hottest I've... Yeesh, 122? Oh my goodness. I know I've been in 100-degree heat before, but not in a long time. It's definitely not common here in Alaska. That is hot. Did you melt? Did part of you melt? They give you 300 seconds in Somnium files. Never seems enough. Yeah, it's true. I could see that. Was a wedding and you were all in suits? Goodness. That would be killer. Never sweat so much before in my life. Yeah, that is... You just gotta postpone the wedding at that weather, I think. Because you're just gonna be, like, dripping in sweat in all of the photos. I wouldn't dance. That'd be so hot. So very hot. I'm already a little afraid that I'm going to be sweating too much while I'm there. And I'm going to be like, the Aussies are going to be like, wow, Jet sweats a lot. Like, that's going to be the impression left, is Jet is always sweating. And it's like, it's not true. It's just I'm not used to this. The lady's iPad overheated and they cut the ceremony short. Oh my goodness, that is wild. I've never heard of that before. The resort brought out ice water and umbrellas for everyone. That's at least nice. Goodness. That would be wild. No thank you. No thank you, please. I also wonder, when does it rain for you guys? Like, what's rainy season? Is it gonna be rainy season when I'm there? I don't mind rainy season. I don't mind rain. I like rain. So I'd be fine. But I need to know if I should bring a jacket. Like a rain jacket. Or will I be fine? Our area gets a lot of rain. Around like October, November. What if I don't get to go to the beach? Because it's just like, it's rain. I'd still go to the beach. What? Am I gonna get less wet? It's hot rain though. What? Hot rain? So you'll be sweating in the rain? Oh no. But who would be able to tell? Also, apologies, ads are playing. Who would be able to tell? I can just say it's not, I'm not sweating, it's rain. Is the rain hot? Humid. I've lived in some very humid places, so I'm like, I think that'll be fine. Alaska is technically kind of humid. It doesn't feel as bad in the winter though. But I've lived in some very humid places, so I'm like, ugh, I'm ready. But you go into the rain to cool down. Fair. I've heard that sometimes, like, when you turn on the shower, that sometimes the shower water is already hot. Is that correct? I actually don't mind that, because I typically take hot showers. Yes, that's interesting. I like a hot shower, but maybe I won't like it when I'm in Australia. Maybe I'll just be sweating still. But then it goes cold before it gets hot again. Oh, okay. Interesting. That makes sense. How that would work, but like the water in the pipe gets, yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like that would kind of make sense. No, that would not be fun. The change, the sudden change to cold water. Oof. No gracias. It should be a great trip though. I'm very excited. I get nervous at times and then I get excited and then I get nervous again. And then excited. I'm excited right now. On hot days, don't touch anything metal. Oh boy. I'm gonna learn some lessons. For sure, while I'm there. For sure. Oh, the belt buckle will brand you. I would imagine. Goodness, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that'd be very hot. If I get branded, I'll just have, it's like a souvenir. It's a souvenir for my trip. But friends, I think we're gonna call it here. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me, chillaxing with me. Nervous and excited are two coins, two sides of the same coin. Yeah, that's true. I get anxious, I guess. Like I get, I have first aid, I can treat your burn, perfect. I might need it. I get anxious about things, and then I get excited about it, and I'm like, oh no, everything's gonna be good, and then I get anxious again. I'm like, okay, maybe everything's gonna be terrible, but no, maybe everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I'll leave my Asian plums at home, and everything will be fine. I leave in 10 minutes, and it started pouring. Oh no. One, I hope your drive is fine. Drive safely. Maybe you can't. But friends, we'll go ahead and we'll stop here. Thank you for chatting with me today and hanging out. I appreciate it, even though we didn't play a game. We'll play a game tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll play something. Today was just a good little pause break. I think I needed it. Was fun as always, Lego. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for chatting. Magical, maybe a cat, no, Bear was here. Immers. Everyone who's been lounging with us, whether you chatted, lurked, etc. I appreciate you all. I'll tell on the Discord when I get home safe. Yes, please do. Let us know. Let me say a few thank yous real fast to Sassy with a 75 stream streak. Yemet with the 42-month resub. Thank you very much. Hannah Na with the raid. Thank you for being your people here. Bear for gifting a sub to Hannah. Palm, thank you for the follow. And Bear for the combos. Accidentally gave me 1,100 bits, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That is very kind of you. Thank you. I'm glad that D&D was canceled. I got to enjoy the whole stream. Yeah, I'm glad that you were here. I'm sorry that D&D was canceled, but I'm glad that you got to hang out with us and chillax and relax, etc. Friends, thank you for hanging. Appreciate you all. We'll be back tomorrow again with something. I'll think about what we want. Maybe I'll also think about a schedule. I should probably schedule out leading up to Australia and stuff. So maybe I'll take some time to do that. But friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or day. Get sleep or food or whatever it is that you need. But I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.